Reports the conditions are dangerous for the searchers.
Rescue teams are congregating a few miles from here and just across the street here, preparing for another serious effort today. They called it off overnight simply because it was too dangerous. And even now, that avalanche threat persists. They hope that they can find them, and maybe if this weather continues, they can get helicopters up that have those avalanche detectors on them that can help those crews from the air.
In the Nancy Guthrie case, Pima County Sheriff Chris Nano says he believes that she is being held nearby.
I just do. I don't know why. I don't have any evidence to prove that, but I just believe that she's somewhere here locally.
Correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti.
Late last night, the sheriff telling me he has not ruled out if the suspect had an accomplice that may have also entered the home. This is now day 18 and still many questions as the search continues.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has arrived at a Los Angeles courthouse to testify in a landmark social media trial, as Michael Wallace reports.
The case in Los Angeles Superior Court was brought by a 20-year-old woman who says she started using social media when she was 6 and became addicted to Meta's Instagram, spending up to 16 hours a day on the app. The lawsuit claims Meta deliberately engineered its apps to be addictive, using infinite scrolling and autoplay. Zuckerberg has testified before Congress several times, but never before a jury. This case is the first of more than 1,500 consolidated lawsuits to reach a jury.
Remembrances continue for the Reverend Jesse Jackson, who died Tuesday. His family held a press conference in Chicago today. His daughter, Santita.
Although his body is absent from us, his spirit suffuses and infuses us, and it charges us to continue with the work.
Vicki Barker reports parts of Europe are now threatened by tropical diseases thanks to global warming.
The first major study of changes to the range of infection-carrying mosquitoes shows that diseases once confined to the tropics are now possible more than 6 months of the year in Spain, Greece, and other southern European countries, and for 2 months a year in southeast England. Among them, Zika, dengue fever, and an excruciatingly painful disease called chikungunya.
Energy Secretary Chris Wright is urging the International Energy Agency to abandon its work on climate change and focus instead on energy security. He told a meeting in Paris the IEA should drop the climate. That's political stuff. This is CBS News.
It's one of the most successful law and justice programs in television history that continues to uncover the truth. 48 Hours, Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
34 minutes of snow. Let's see if that's all we're going to get this winter. But first, KIRO News Radio traffic. Northbound 5, just south of Seneca, we've got a disabled vehicle blocking the left lane. Otherwise, not too bad of a drive. There are some spots where you have a, slight delay. Alderwood to South Center on I-5, take you an extra 5 minutes right now. Linwood to Seattle, an extra 6 minutes, about a 37-minute drive. This traffic report is brought to you by KIRO News Radio.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lenzi. Well, you likely didn't get much snow overnight. Granite Falls got enough, though, for schools to be closed today. Scott Sistek with the Emerald City Weather Blog says today was probably our best chance to get snow.
It's been really complex to try and forecast this, too, because it is not just the simple, like, everybody's getting wet or everybody's getting snow. It's very much like who's winning the snow lottery today.
Scott says that snow lasted for about 34 minutes. It's going to be cold the rest of the week with temperatures below freezing. We will look at the forecast for you here in just a moment. Washington's latest flu report shows 106 people have died from the virus so far this season. KIRO 7's Dee Dee Sun reports Snohomish County's been hit hard.
For Snohomish County, nearly 300 influenza-related hospitalizations and 12 influenza-related deaths, including a teenager.
State health officials are urging you to get vaccinated if you haven't already. Somebody flew a drone into a packed Lumen field during last week's Seahawks parade. Prosecutors want to press charges. According to Como News, a joint state and federal team spotted more than 30 unauthorized drones over the celebration last Wednesday. King County Ground Intercept team stopped 8 drone flights, contacted 7 of the pilots. Those pilots landed their drones right away after being warned. One pilot, though, ignored the warnings and flew into the stadium, even though the FAA had restricted the airspace. Riders on Washington state ferries will soon have to pay more to ride. State Transportation Commission has approved a 3% credit card fee that goes into effect March 1st. Officials say the changes will help pay for operations and keep services running. Alaska Airlines has opened a new state-of-the-art training facility in Renton. The 660,000-square-foot global training center will bring together thousands of Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines employees, including pilots, flight attendants, and customer service agents, all under one roof for standardized training. KIRO News Radio weather. We're going to have clouds the rest of the morning, on and off rain showers this afternoon, and we're, again, going to be on the chilly side. 43 degrees this afternoon, overnight lows in the 30s. Sunshine and clouds mixed tomorrow. Slight chance of a rain-snow mix still out there in the forecast, but it will be 42 degrees. Same story on Friday, and then over the weekend we start to warm up a bit. Afternoon showers on Saturday with a high right around 48. It's 36 degrees right now in Seattle. I'm Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Oh, I'm fired up today, Ursula.
Oh,
good morning,
good.
everybody. That's why I'm fired up. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Happy Wednesday to everybody in the world. All of the Gee and Ursula folks that listen to the show, all four of you. Good morning, Ursula.
See, once again, you just throw me off. If we only had 4 listeners, we would not be here 6 years.
I bet
Even
you,
if we had 400 listeners, we would not be.
I bet you $2 we don't have more than 4 listeners.
No, okay. You've yet to pay a bet off, but yeah, I'll bet you. Hey, you know how we keep hearing about AI replacing half the workforce?
Yeah.
There's a new twist this morning.
What's the twist?
People actually running companies say AI has not even made them that much more productive yet.
When you say running companies, you're talking about CEOs?
Like, we're talking about the CEOs. We're talking about the bunch of...
Oh, man. They tell the truth.
Oh, man, you're just feisty. Okay, we're going to talk about that coming up at 9:30. Of course, our Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line is open for you. 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. Shout out to everybody watching us on YouTube.
Oh,
also, make sure... You're just... What's with 4?
I don't know.
And just also make sure that if you miss any part of our show, subscribe to our podcast and listen on our podcast, because then you can be caught up all the time, even on weekends.
All right. All right, Ursula, I can't wait to see what you got in store for us today. Top stories of the day, brought to you by Pendergast Law.
Seattle's new mayor is laying out a big vision: safer streets, fewer tents, cheaper housing, faster permits, and help for small businesses. And KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey joins us live now with details of the mayor's first State of the City speech.
Her first and her longest speech today, 40 minutes long. She made it very clear during her speech that she is discussing and considering actions on multiple issues across the city, but across the board, she offered few specifics and didn't include a lot of proposals, and that's kind of what we're looking at today. For instance, on gun violence, Wilson touched on the recent loss of 2 Rainier Beach High School students and other recent shootings across the city, but she said her office is considering legal action against chronic nuisance properties that she says create dangerous conditions, and she is discussing developing a plan to address the root cause of gun violence.
In the coming days, my office will convene a panel of local and national experts who will develop and launch a strategy that is grounded in a clear understanding of Seattle's gun violence problem and is tailored to the needs of our neighborhoods.
As for the homeless crisis and homeless encampments, Wilson did promise to introduce legislation soon to expand the number of homeless shelters beds available across the city, but we didn't hear how many or a timeline for that. Turning to affordability, another major talking point in Wilson's campaign, she said her office will soon meet with landlords and developers to discuss developing more affordable options, and she is discussing how to create social housing across the city. That's publicly subsidized low-rent housing.
So as housing costs continue to rise and displacement threatens so many of our neighbors, social housing is going to give us a powerful tool to expand our non-market housing sector and create true stability.
I mean, it was an inspiring speech for sure. The mayor also touched on ICE and immigration enforcement, child care affordability, and supporting small businesses. But even on that note, she announced during her speech on small businesses she's going to be working on and developing ways to cut red tape, but she announced applications are now open for the Back to Business Fund to help stores with security and vandalism issues. But that fund that she mentioned was created by former Mayor Bruce Harrell and former Council President Sarah Nelson. So again, not a lot of direct proposals from Katie Wilson just yet.
Okay, and so she's been 6 weeks in office, right? And Luke, you've been a longtime reporter. You've covered many State of the Union speeches. How did this one differ? I mean, did you think that there was a lack of substance? That's kind of the impression that I'm getting from you. Because, again, I mean, she's been in office only 6 weeks. This is the first. So how would you say that this was different from previous mayors?
Yeah, inspiring speech. I think if you would put a Bruce Harrell speech next to this Katie Wilson speech, there were points in there that were inspiring. She ended on a really high note that this is your city, that we're working together, that there's a vision for this city to become a great city, that it is a great city. That's the differentiator. But when you dive into it, I mean, we're not the only outlet reporting this. There are multiple outlets out there that are saying the same thing. Very light on substance,
yes.
Very light on policies.
Any idea of how to pay for any of these things?
Not even diving into what would be progressive tax reform that what we know is going to come, because she said that she's going to do those things, but no talk of that yet.
Gee?
Thank you for covering that, Luke. You know, Ursula, I was just thinking about 30, 40 years ago when my mom would ask me, when I go to her and I tell her, me and my friends, we're going to go out. And she'd say, well, what's your plan? And Ursula, I used to sit there and I'd have big words, a lot of warm intentions. I'd even have nice transitions. But I'd say a whole lot of a lot, but actually nothing. And I had concepts of a plan, never really had a plan. And what I'm saying is, when it comes to this right here, when Bruce Harrell got beat in this election, he got beat because the city of Seattle says, we want to see better. We want to see different. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for when that's going to happen. I don't want to hear about, no, we plan to. I don't want to hear about more panels. I don't want to hear about discussions. I want to know what is the plan. Mm-hmm. And when that day comes, Ursula, and you pull it out on your top 5, I'll be waiting. But as of right now, 6 weeks in office, I hear concepts of a plan. I hear panels. I hear discussions. Oh, wait. There was one thing I did hear. One thing that stood out to me is she mentioned about late night patrols, basically addressing violence. This coming from the same person that was defunding police years ago. Wow. We've grown a little bit. I love to hear that. We do need law enforcement. Yes.
So, Luke, she talked about 1,000 shelter beds, which sounds big, right? I mean, but again, what would that actually do in terms of moving the needle and in terms of what we need in the city?
It's a great question. So let's go back to what kind of was the impetus for her talking about the need for that. You remember there was an encampment in Ballard
yes.
that had been going on for months and months, and small businesses and residents there had been vocal about we need to get rid of this encampment. Mayor Wilson, the eve of that encampment sweep, stopped and went down and talked with folks who lived in that encampment, and she said that really moved her to talk about reform. So and the way that we deal with encampments, and I believe out of that encampment, though, they did move a total of 6 people into shelters. So if we're talking about making 1,000 beds, available now, there's also a question of can you get people into shelters? Will they go?
Right.
If
Will
you
they
ask
accept
them,
it? Because there are advocates.
What's the plan for
who
that?
Say that there are beds that are available, but people are rejecting them. Well, I mean, she's got a huge task ahead, but, even though we've made it clear, I mean, she wasn't my choice for mayor, I am someone who, I mean, it is 6 weeks in. I'm rooting for her. I'm holding my breath. I know we've talked about this living in Seattle. I'm rooting for her. And I know Gee laughs about that, but I mean, the mayor's going to do a renter survey, but I'm wondering why there's no survey for property owners.
Yeah, and I hear that for a lot of people. Things like that. There isn't a survey that would go both ways on that issue. And I hear a lot about we're going to be tackling the issue of drugs and violence and encampments. But every day I go to work early in the morning and I see people at my bus stops near my house, keeled over, either smoking drugs or getting ready to do drugs or high on drugs.
Yeah.
And, I know it's not going to get better before it gets worse, perhaps. I think a lot of people think that, but I know there's a lot of frustration out there as well. And we're just not hearing proposals.
Thanks, Luke. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Just curious, you were laughing. What was the laugh for?
The entire time I was laughing.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I think I pretty much said it. I'm just looking forward to. There needs to be some action, right? Like, again, she won the election because the whole idea was all of this change that was going to come, and so there's people like me. And by the way, as far as Seattle, I don't live in Seattle, but I work here. I for sure want things to be great. I for sure want things to be better in Seattle. Always. I spend a lot of time in this place in Seattle. So I
get a feeling like that people want her to fail because
I don't think that's it. No, hold on. Time out. I don't think people necessarily want her to fail
or expect her to fail.
I think, let me speak for myself. Here is someone who I don't think she was qualified to be mayor. First. Second, she's now mayor. Okay. Mm-hmm. With big talk. And a lot of reasons why a mayor previous who did a pretty good job, but with the promise of, hey, this new mayor is going to do better. Okay, show me. Show me better. Mm-hmm. I want to see better. As of right now, I hear concepts of a plan. I hear panels. I hear discussions. I hear about surveys. When the day comes and she's like, gee, shut up. Here's a plan right here. Okay. If I see more shelter beds, way more than before, I will comment and say, yes, this is great. Until then, all the talking, I'm just going to watch.
Well, speaking of talking, Governor Bob Ferguson is now clarifying but not abandoning his stance on Washington's proposed millionaire tax. The Senate, as we know, just approved a plan to tax income over $1 million at nearly 10%. And the goal is to have 30,000 Washingtonians pay that amount, and it would generate $3.5 billion a year. That's the estimate. Now, 2 weeks ago, the governor rejected the proposal because he says it didn't include enough relief for everyday taxpayers. But now he says he could sign it, but only if lawmakers reshape where that money goes. So specifically, he says he wants nearly $2 billion returned to Washingtonians through tax breaks and credits, and that would include eliminating the B&O tax on the first $2.5 million in revenue for many small businesses. It would also include expanding the working families tax credit to reach hundreds of thousands more households. Here was a new one, creating 2 annual sales tax holidays, specifically one 3-day weekend and one 2-day event each year where sales taxes would be suspended, and also removing sales taxes on hygiene products and possibly diapers. And he also supports rolling back some of the tax increases that the legislature passed last year. But Republicans are still warning that this opens the door to a broader income tax. And now some Democrats are worrying that the relief that the governor is proposing is going too far. And all this is happening as we have less than a month to negotiate a final version. What do you think? Is it any better? Is it more palatable given the governor's proposal to have more people feel relief?
I think it's more of a reminder that it's not going to happen. I think it's more of a reminder that I don't believe that we will see a time where those that make $1 million or more in this state will be taxed any extra. I don't think that 9.9%, that 10% tax is going to be applied. I think there's going to be a whole lot of bluff and fluff and concepts of a plan. Seems to be standard these days. Might be some more surveys and panels and discussions about this. But at the end of the day, if you are low to middle income in the state of Washington, be prepared to continue to be taxed like crazy in this state. There you go.
I think that it is going to happen. I think that this is going to pass because the Democrats control Olympia. And I think it's going to happen. The part that I don't like in this is that the proposal does not include a permanent guardrail that locks the tax to incomes above $1 million. So there really is no guarantee that the threshold would be lowered or would not be lowered, excuse me. Mm-hmm. So, and again, I mean, looking at these things that the governor is saying, I think it does make it more palatable. But until it has that guardrail or some kind of guarantee that it's not going to just keep going downward, then it's like, well, now you're just backdooring a state income tax that has been rejected 10 times, I believe, at the ballot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, so for me, until there is some kind of guardrail that says it really is going to be for millionaires, it's a no-go for me. 10 kids had to be pulled out of a Maple Valley house. This story is just heartbreaking. After deputies found a woman dead inside, and what they discovered next reads like a hazmat report. It's just awful. According to Como 4 TV, when investigators came back with a warrant the next day, they found 10 children living with 4 different families in what deputies described as severely squalid conditions. We're talking about rotten food scattered around. The place reeked like sewage and animal waste. There were a bunch of different fire dangers. Some of the kids were really sick. They were all taken to the hospital and into protective custody while they were checked for neglect. And now authorities are saying they didn't even know that many children were living in that house, even though there were years and years of calls about suspicious activity. There was burning, noise complaints, and even stolen cars were recovered from that property. And the home itself had already gone through foreclosure. It's actually owned by the Idaho Housing and Finance Association. And they were contacted by Como 4, and they said, yeah, we knew people were occupying the house. There were squatters in there. But they say they couldn't gain access, and they were working through the eviction process.
Yeah. Somebody dropped the ball. And especially when the investigators detailed that law enforcement and county agencies had several prior contacts involving the property and the people living on it. April of 2025, deputies served the search warrant to recover a stolen vehicle parked in the driveway. Several stolen cars were ultimately recovered from that property. Hold up. Hey, Ursula, how many times have you had stolen cars recovered from your property? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, no. And I'm not being funny, y'all, but because this is gross. In May 2025, a person driving, watch this, a stolen car led the Kent Police Department officer and sheriff deputies on a pursuit before being arrested attempting to pull into the property. Here's my question for law enforcement and the county agencies. What in the world do you need to have happen for you to check the premises? I just don't understand. You want to talk about failure? This is a failure. Again, the investigators detailed that law enforcement and county agencies had several.
Why do we have to wait till someone's dead before?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like what was y'all doing? Like what did it take for you to check this house?
Someone dying. Before they can get in.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. But
then I know that they need a warrant and all that, but this other part, too, that just drives me nuts. The Idaho Housing and Finance Association says they knew there were squatters in there, but they couldn't gain access because once squatters are in...
All the squatters' rights?
It's very hard to get them out.
Yeah. Y'all don't want to get my opinion on that squatter stuff in the state of Washington. By the way, I think we are way too loosey-goosey on that stuff here. Like, for real.
Agree.
Like, we way too loosey-goosey on that. How in the world? I mean, Ursula, back in my day when I was broke and got kicked out of some of the places I had to leave, man, some of the places I felt bad that I didn't clean up when I couldn't afford to rent no more. You think if I would have known, I could have just stayed there and squatted?
Exactly.
I might have stayed.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Right. It's always in favor of those who are doing the illegal things.
Hey, 947, we need to talk. Actually, you need to be the judge. Here we go. Ernie's going to like this one. Are boneless wings actually chicken? Yeah, we'll be talking about that. But up next, thousands of CEOs just admitted that AI had no impact on employment or productivity. And these are magic beans. We do that next. Gee and Ursula.
I know the paint's barely dry on the new Super Bowl champ Seahawks gear, but can you believe Mariners pitchers and catchers have already reported and spring training is underway?
Holy catfish, that was fast.
They know they have a chance to win the whole thing.
Look who we have in studio.
Baseball royalty.
Rick Riz.
Congratulations, it's Seahawks. Now it's our time to go win a World Series.
Follow how the 2026 Mariners come together at mynorthwest.com.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When you walked through your kitchen this morning, what'd you see? Did it make you happy? Hi, I'm Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Well, I want to make you happy. We'll custom build you all new cabinet doors and drawer fronts, and using our exclusive 1/4-inch solid wood refacing process, transform your existing cabinets into a beautiful new kitchen. Add a custom quartz countertop, change things up a bit, add some more cabinets, install some cool new features like soft close drawers and sliding shelves, whatever you like. We'll help you to create the new kitchen you'll be proud of. All in about a week, and all with way less mess, hassle, time, and expense than to tear out. Stop waiting. For 18 years, we've been honored to serve thousands of happy customers, and we'd love to serve you. Call today and I'll get one of our pros to come out and show you how easy and comfortable it'll be to get going on your new kitchen. Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
Thanks for calling CM Heating.
Aren't you the company that gives away free furnaces?
That's us. Buy a qualifying high-efficiency cooling system and the furnace is free.
Wow.
Yeah, and our home comfort advisors are tax credit and rebate specialists, so they'll handle the rebate for you.
Go to CM Heating for better comfort, lower bills, and a free furnace you'll love for years. Get your free estimate for furnace replacement at cmheating.com. And remember, for furnaces, fireplaces, hot water, and total home comfort, including electrical, there's no beating CM Heating.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through March 22nd, switch to Comcast Business and get started with 150 megabit internet plus Security Edge for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Or ask how to lock in your rate for 5 years on a qualifying internet bundle and get a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile for a limited time only. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. Requires paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply.
They sang with him. They played with him. Now they pay tribute to him. Martha Hyde's Funky Divas and Fred Wesley's new JB Horns, a James Brown tribute by those who made the music. At Jazz Alley, February 19th through 22nd, jazzalley.com.
This month, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lindsay. Crews have pushed through mountainous wilderness in California near Lake Tahoe during a snowstorm to rescue 6 backcountry skiers. They'd survived an avalanche but got trapped by the snow and ice. 9 others fell from their tour group, and they are still missing. We have been on snow watch a bit around here this week. Granite Falls did get enough overnight to shut down the schools, but that was about it. Scott Sistek is with the Emerald City Weather Blog.
It's not the winter storm we were hoping for. It's pretty much what this winter is going to give us. And looking forward from here, it's starting to feel like it was our last shot, too.
Washington is asking FEMA to declare December's historic flooding a major disaster. Governor Ferguson says the preliminary damage estimate to the state's infrastructure is $182.3 million.
This historic flooding resulted in, we believe, the largest dollar amount of public infrastructure damage in Washington state in more than 4 decades, and that's counting for inflation.
If approved, the federal government could reimburse up to 75% of repair costs. This request is separate from the $21 million Ferguson asked for last month. That money would be going to individuals whose homes were damaged or destroyed. The FDA has reversed its decision on a proposed flu vaccine and has agreed to review it for possible approval.
The agency rejected Moderna's application for review of the new flu vaccine last week, saying the company's research on it was flawed. The Cambridge, Massachusetts company is hoping to get the flu vaccine intended for people 50 and older approved in time for the next flu season.
That's CBS News correspondent Jim Krasula. A bald eagle's recovering after being hit by a semi-truck on I-5 in Tumwater. The Olympian reports the bird was hit Sunday near Trosper Road. State Patrol, Fish and Wildlife, transportation crews, and nearby residents all helped out with that rescue, taking the eagle to the Rain Dancer Wild Bird Rescue in Olympia. Good news is the bird is eating and has no obvious injuries. On Wall Street today, the Dow up 313 points, the NASDAQ up 286, and the S&P is up 59 points. KIRO News Radio traffic brought to you by the KIRO News Radio app. Got a crash on 702 westbound near Allen Road. That's just east of Roy. Earlier, we told you about that stall northbound 5 just south of Seneca. That was blocking the left lane, so that was going to slow things down there. And Everett to Seattle, about 5 minutes slower than normal. It'll take you about 38 minutes. Most of the freeways running right around where they should be at this time, still having that light traffic due to the midwinter break. Text app to 888-973-5476 to download the KIRO News Radio app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone. KIRO News Radio weather, on and off showers this afternoon with a high of 43 degrees. Sunshine and clouds mixed tomorrow. Slight chance of a rain and snow mix, too. A high of 42. Same thing on Friday, 44 degrees. And then just some plain old rain showers and 48 on Saturday. It's 38 right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. We had a nice, very debatable and very passionate first segment, and we're going to continue now because for the last couple of years, we've been told that AI is transforming everything. We've talked about how AI is going to mean thousands of jobs lost. It is going to make everybody super productive. CEOs seemingly cannot stop talking about it, but when you actually ask those CEOs what has changed so far, well, according to a new study, those CEOs are saying not a whole lot. This comes from the National Bureau of Economic Research, and it finds in their study that most companies haven't even seen real productivity gains from AI yet, even though they are using it. And it is an example of what some economists are calling the productivity paradox, because some of you might remember back in the late 80s, they were pointing out the same issue with computers. And remember when computers were coming to be, and it was like, oh my God, it's going to just change everything, and everything's going to be wiped out, and blah, 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 blah. And today it sounds a lot like that in the AI era. And if history shows us anything, it's that this revolution often takes years to reshape how we truly work, and only then do we see the true productivity. Yeah. What do you make of it?
Well, I want to ask you and everybody listening, Ursula. You've been at this job for going on 38 years. And you listening, I don't know how long you've been at your job. Have you ever been at work before, and out of all your coworkers, you ever had one or two of them that you wondered, so what do you do? Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Over nearly 40 years, yes.
I'm not asking you to name who they are.
Yes.
But and by the way, you listening. Yeah,
yes.
you.
Yeah.
You've had that person that you go to work and you just, what do you do?
Yeah.
Or maybe you're one of the lucky ones. Maybe you're one of the ones that's like, I got it real easy at my job. I don't have to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what AI is doing? They're taking all those jobs. All of those jobs, the people that's sitting around that you don't know quite what they do, AI is cleaning those up.
But these CEOs are saying that's not what's happening.
You mean the same CEO that makes 400,000 and 500,000 times the average employee?
1,700.
I don't believe the CEOs.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
trying to soften the blow for us.
I'm just trying to tell you guys where we are headed. We are headed to those days of. So what do you do? Here's another question. How many of you have talked to some friends or loved ones that have told you that their company is starting to downsize little by little?
Yeah.
I had a friend yesterday who has a company car told me that in the next couple months, half of the fleets, half of those that have company cars, that's going away. Companies are downsizing. Mm-hmm. That's just a fact. Now, will AI just come out of here and just take all these jobs? Probably not. But here's my question back to you, Ursula. All the tech jobs that we've been talking about, Amazon and all these layoffs. Matter of fact, shout out and respect to the workers at T-Mobile, because T-Mobile just had some layoffs. Those jobs coming back?
Yes. No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. But I think that there will be new jobs. Can I segue into something, though? I mean, I have this love-hate with AI and Copilot and ChatGPT, whatever it is that you use. Mm-hmm. But do you ever stop yourself? Like, if you are using it, for example, and then you have to stop and remind yourself, like, there's not a person at the other end of this. But sometimes it is so easy to forget that. Because I will just share with you what I used AI for today. I had a conversation with myself. Can I just go this? Yeah.
I mean, that's what I do this every day.
Yes.
Go ahead. So
my youngest son has informed me that, and I'm thrilled that he and his girlfriend, a longtime girlfriend, I mean, they really do want to get married, and they're the ones in Australia right now, but they're trying to figure it out because he lives in the United States. He's a U.S. citizen. She's a Canadian citizen. She lives in Montreal.
Okay.
He's already basically broken it to me that he's going to be the one moving further away.
Okay.
But she's willing to move to the United States.
She's not willing to move to the United States and to the West Coast.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And I think that's a great compromise and all that kind of stuff. So I use AI, and I'm like, okay, because they got to figure out what cities would they want to live in that would work for them. So I put in all the information about, pertinent information about him being a U.S. citizen, what his degree was in, what kind of work he was doing before he went to Australia. She's a teacher, and so and kept it open, just like, how could they make this work? I mean, I literally put it in there, and they were like, I act as if there's a person behind there. Mm-hmm. ChatGPT comes back and tells me, well, it's going to be a lot easier for her to be a teacher in the United States than for him to go to a place like Montreal where he would have to be
speaking French. Yeah,
to get any kind of job. Mm-hmm. And then it listed, some of the things. And then I said, well, what cities would work out so that she wouldn't have to travel that far, but that these would be really livable cities where they both could thrive. And it plops out
Cleveland, New York. Cleveland.
So funny that you mentioned
Detroit.
Cleveland Boston, Chicago. I mean, so it was bringing up these things, and it's amazing to me that, within seconds it comes up. And someone will say, well, you never know if it's right. And with AI, you have to fact check and all that kind of stuff. I will tell you, here's another thing that I've used it for that is just crazy.
What's that?
I'm really into perfume collecting, and I have, it's kind of become large. And I've put in the information about the perfumes and said, help me with layering combinations. Like which ones can I use that makes a completely different scent? And within seconds, again, it's weird to me. So I cannot help so I love it for that, but I hate it for the idea that people are going to be losing jobs. I don't know if anyone else is like me where you have this love-hate thing with it.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Well, you can jump in. Sophia, you've got a look on your face. Sophia's been trying to avoid ChatGPT and Copilot.
I just don't think people really care about people losing jobs. I just don't. I just don't think in our world today that we even have that, because we show it in other ways and things that we do. I just don't think we care about people losing jobs. Now, I do believe that, Ursula, personally, that's a concern. Like, man, the more we use ChatGPT and AI, the more possibility of those losing jobs. Because in 2023, when we were doing this, Ursula, February, to be exact, ChatGPT was like, don't even use it.
Yeah.
Today, where we are, guess where we're going to be in 2028?
Yeah. So are you basically saying the CEOs, even though they're saying they haven't really seen the productivity gains? We're in that quiet period right now.
Right.
We're about to see it.
We're going to see it. Sophia, come on. Gen Z.
Gen X, hey now. No, I don't know if it's that people don't care, but I do think there's going to be an evolution of work. Like, I actually talked to someone last night who got laid off from Amazon. She was and she's early in her career, but she didn't really seem that upset. She was like, yeah, it was a sting, but I think life's going to throw something else at me. Like, maybe this is a blessing in disguise, and you never know what life's. So I think people are just going to adapt and churn. Hey, my face that I was making at you, Ursula, just has to do with just the concept of AI in general, of like hearing you talk about like how Gee was predicting all of the cities you were listing. I'm like, man, I know we don't need to, but the idea of the personal antidote and talking to people face to face and hearing their opinions, I don't want that to go away.
You're right. I don't want it to go away.
Then why didn't you ask me for my opinion? You didn't ask me my opinion. You went to ChatGPT before you went to Gee.
And that technology is getting better and better, over the years.
It's crazy.
They're more comprehensive with their answers when you Google something, and I think you're onto something, Gee. They don't care about if people use their jobs. We're not getting livable wages already, so it's like, why do they care if we still have a job or not?
Nick, you feel me?
I feel you, man.
Wait. As soon as I start bringing up wages, what are people going to say? But Gee, what about the owners of the companies?
And this AI is just going to keep getting better and better, too.
Someone told me, though, someone said AI recipes suck unless it's how to boil an egg. So there's a flaw. There is a flaw.
But they learn from the mistakes. When you say, oh, that wasn't a very good answer, they take that information in. It's like, okay, the next time it'll be better.
You want to know who else I know that learns from mistakes? Coming up next on the Gee Ursula Show, you be the judge. Are boneless wings chicken? Ernie, what you think? Gee Ursula.
Every season is a little bit different here in Washington, but I'll tell you what, the amount of rain never seems to change in the winter, and we have sure gotten a ton of it this season. All that rain, all that water, it's all got to go somewhere. And if it makes its way into your crawl space, that's when it can create all sorts of problems, including real structural damage, which could really affect your home. But more importantly, for the health of your family, the water in that crawl space could create toxic mold, and that has serious health repercussions. Thankfully, we have Crawl Pros. They can come in and keep your crawl space dry, install a sump pump and drainage, and reroute that water back out and away from your home. They'll also take care of any mold that may have been created. Don't take the risk. It's too important. The best way to learn if you have any water is to ask Crawl Pros to visit your home and inspect your crawl space for free. Crawl Pros will go where you don't want to. So if you're worried about water damage, mold, insulation issues, or anything else related to your crawl space or attic, call Crawl Pros or visit crawlpros.com.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy. 4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots.
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your already busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Santana, Oneness Tour 2026. The power, the energy. Come celebrate your favorite hits from Woodstock to Supernatural and beyond. With very special guest, the Doobie Brothers. August 6th, White River Amphitheater. On sale Friday, 10 a.m. at livenation.com. Santana and Doobie Brothers, Oneness Tour 2026.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Are you curious about who offers the best deals on top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs? The answer is surprising. It's not online, and it's not the warehouse clubs. The best deals on top-rated TVs are at Video Only. Don't believe it? Then check out the trade-in deals at Video Only. How about $500 for your old TV? Try doing that online. Before you buy that new TV, drop into Video Only. If you don't, you'll be sorry.
February is Valentine Roofing Month. And if you love Valentine Roofing as much as I do, this is the month it benefits you to shout it from the rooftops. Hey, this is Jake Skorheim. And listen to this. Valentine Roofing is expanding their customer referral program for the month of February. When you refer friends or family for a new roof or siding, you're going to earn your choice of a free maintenance service or a $250 gift card. And you can be confident when referring your loved ones because they're going to get the Valentine experience, which is seamless communication, meticulous cleanup, and extra mile service, even in winter weather. And with flexible financing options available with payments as low as $159 a month and zero down, a Valentine roof is built around your budget. Since 2008, Valentine Roofing has been trusted across the Puget Sound by thousands of homeowners. My home is protected by Valentine. They keep me off the roof, which my wife is happy about. I trust them to help you too. So talk to your friends and family and tell them to call 206 Roofing today. Again, that's 206 Roofing. And remember, the red Valentine van means you and your neighbors are in good hands.
For almost 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me, John Curley here. If comfort and energy savings matter to you, now is the time. Save up to $2,000 on a new Lennox heating and cooling system. Home Comfort Alliance will replace your system with one tailored to your home's layout and energy optimization. Visit homecomfortalliance.com to save up to $2,000 on a Lennox and schedule a free consultation. For heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical, call the comfort people. Home Comfort Alliance.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Appreciate you hanging out with us.
All right, we do need to talk, and you need to be the judge. Never thought we'd be talking about this story twice, but, we told you before, Costco's $4.99 rotisserie chicken? Mm-hmm. Well, it's making headlines again. A couple weeks ago, you may remember us telling you about a lawsuit against a superstore for advertising no preservatives in their chicken, despite there being preservatives. $5 chickens with chemicals added? ? Who would have thought? But to which my wife told me, the chicken's $5. Anyways, now, a second class action lawsuit has been filed in a Seattle federal court with new claims against Costco Chicken. Allegedly, the chicken plant in Fremont, Nebraska, has been selling chicken that may be contaminated with salmonella. According to the complaint, the poultry processing plant routinely fails U.S. Department of Agriculture's safety standards with nearly 10% of whole chickens and more than 15% of chicken parts testing positive for salmonella. The lawsuit, brought by a Missouri shopper who says she bought these chickens month after month, argues that Costco violated consumer protection laws and, get this, overcharged folks by not disclosing the risk.
Oh, my God.
She's seeking financial damages for anyone who bought Costco chicken since 2019.
Since 2019?
Yeah. That's
Hail to the now.
7 years ago. 7 years ago.
Yeah. You know what I think is happening now? People are realizing Costco is doing very well. Costco is a company that rarely gets the bad headlines, right? Or they will do their part to try to rectify whatever the issue is. I don't think it's suddenly the $4.99 chicken is in the spotlight. And the last time the $4.99 chickens, which they're a loss leader, Costco is not, well, they are making money because do you know how many people bought those rotisserie chickens? Those big, fat, juicy chickens?
And you tell me. I'm people.
Yes. Okay. Just last year alone, Costco sold over 157 million of those birds. That is 431,000 chickens every single day on average.
Have y'all ever taken that chicken with some blue cheese on the side and got busy? Nick, y'all know what I'm talking about.
You read my mind.
You know what I mean?
Dip it in there.
Ursula.
Even cold, too.
Ursula, you like blue cheese or ranch, Ursula? Which one do you like?
I like ranch.
I'm
not a blue cheese fan.
I like that blue cheese. And let me get a few chunks in there, please.
Okay. Do you think that this lawsuit has any merit? Because we're supposed to be the judge. You're on the jury. What are you saying?
No, throw it out.
Dismissed.
Dismissed. You know how many people really don't nobody want to mess it up? Because what if
they're going to mess it up for the rest of us?
What if
the chicken's going to be now $9.99?
Thank you. What if Costco says, okay, you know what? You're right. Costco chicken $9.99 now.
Yeah.
To which there's people like me, because I'm people, that's like, whatever's in it, keep it in there. I'll take it for $4.99. With the blue cheese.
Okay, dismissed. Okay, but we have another case.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we do.
I closed it.
Boneless. Gee.
Oh, and on the topic of chicken, the age-old debate, are boneless wings really wings, has been decided by a U.S. district judge. A guy in Illinois filed a lawsuit against Buffalo Wild Wings in 2023, claiming their famous boneless wings aren't really wings. You want to say chicken, but they're just more sauced-up chicken nuggets because of the lack of meat on them. The case has been filed under Illinois consumer fraud law because he said reasonable customers expect wings to come from, well, wings. But this week, a U.S. District Judge, John Tharp, described the lawsuit in a 10-page decision dismissing the claims because the plaintiff didn't come up with enough facts to show the people they were actually misled. Why? The judge said boneless wings have been around for more than 2 decades, and most folks understand what they are. Pieces of chicken breasts, breaded and sauced, not the bone, wing meat. Calling them boneless wings isn't deceptive, he said, any more than calling cauliflower wings confusing people. So as it stands, Buffalo Wild Wings can keep calling it boneless wings exactly that.
The plaintiff still has until March 20th to try again with more evidence, but for now, boneless stays on the menu.
Okay, Buffalo Wild Wings, as much as I love you,
yeah,
why are you calling it a boneless wing when it even has breast meat in it? Why aren't you just calling it chicken tenders?
Here's the thing, Ursula. This is in Illinois. I guarantee you this is somebody from my delegation from Chicago that got mad.
We don't know that.
Okay, they're just trying to get some free chicken later.
I mean, I do a show where I just give an opinion. And this was on my heart. Okay. I feel like somebody was from the south side of Chicago. Because that's why you think I was asking Ernie about this topic? Because I know that I've had many arguments and people in my family that say, quit calling it boneless chicken. That's not chicken. Anything that don't have a bone in it. There are people that really believe that. Oh, seriously? And I'm people. If you don't have a bone in there, it's not chicken. If it's boneless, where does that meat come from?
Okay, I wouldn't take it
being
to
serious.
I wouldn't take it to a lawsuit. I'm good with boneless chicken. In fact, I almost sometimes prefer boneless chicken because I don't like eating chicken right to the bone.
Boneless chicken will be at a barbecue, a cookout rather, with propane and potato salad with raisins in it.
That's like saying a beef patty ain't a cow because they don't got bones.
Hey.
Okay, y'all, you be the judge. I'm a split decision on this one.
All right, we're getting out of here.
Yeah,
More of the Gee and Ursula Show next.
Nick, did you know this is called quit time? Did you know what that is?
I do not know.
That means right about this time of the year, people quit their New Year's resolutions.
Oh, kind of like last year.
Okay, never mind. The important thing is that both of us made a New Year's resolution that we would take better care of ourselves for each other. And we're holding to that.
We are not flaming out because...
Longevity Medical Clinic. So we get the support of Longevity. We told them what our goals were, and they're like, absolutely, we'll get you in line. So they support me, they support you, and then as a couple, they're making us accountable for the decisions we make. So we're not going to be quitting on these things. I can't remember what your New Year's resolution was around the house.
My New Year's resolution around the house was that I was going to try to get you to start putting things away.
And I was going to get you to actually learn how to cook a piece of chicken.
Oh, well, that's for next year.
Okay, fine. Either way, we've got a team behind us. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
It's cold outside, and if you're noticing it's taking forever to heat your home, there are cold spots in certain rooms, your furnace turns off and on a lot, or it never stops, or maybe your energy bill is just way too high. These are all warning signs that your home needs a blanket. There may be something wrong with your insulation, which means not only are you uncomfortable in your own home, but you could be wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars a year in lost energy. Call Insulation Northwest today, and we'll send one of our professionals to give you a fast, free energy inspection to determine if there is a problem. And if there is a problem, we can fix it fast. Most jobs are completed in one day. You have nothing to lose. The inspection is free and only takes about an hour and could save you thousands. Keep the heat in, the cold out, and your energy bill low. Call Insulation Northwest today. Insulation Northwest, the real insulation company.
Please ask if you qualify for thousands of dollars of free rebates from your energy company.
InsulationNorthwest.com.
Thanks for calling CM Heating.
Aren't you the company that gives away free furnaces?
That's us. Buy a qualifying high-efficiency cooling system and the furnace is free.
Wow.
Yeah, and our home comfort advisors are tax credit and rebate specialists, so they'll handle the rebate for you.
Go to CM Heating for better comfort, lower bills, and a free furnace you'll love for years. Get your free estimate for furnace replacement at cmheating.com. And remember, for furnaces, fireplaces, hot water, and total home comfort, including electrical,
There's no beating CM Heating.
Jen, I didn't know you shopped here.
Hey, I'm hunting for something fresh for spring.
Oh, girl, skip them all. Jewelry Television has the best spring looks right now.
JTV, way ahead of you. Just hit up JTV.com yesterday, scored the cutest clover earrings, 2 tennis bracelets, and this gorgeous pearl ring.
Right now, new customers get $20 off any purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com.
Oh, and gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet.
Just a couple things, huh?
Maybe more than a couple.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-959-3388. That's 800-959-3388.
4 voices, 4 composers, 2 Grammys. The vocal supergroup Sage brings silky smooth harmony and joyful sisterhood to Jazz Alley. February 26th through March 1st. Tickets at jazzalley.com.
We're the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by JTV.com.
I'm Cammie McCormick. 9 skiers are missing, 6 others rescued after an avalanche in California near Lake Tahoe. The search conditions are still very dangerous. Our Matt Gutman reports.
Near whiteout conditions earlier today. It's about 11 degrees, so very cold. And I think the biggest concern is for the people who are missing. 9 of them, officials tell us they are believed to be buried in the snow, not just missing, but caught inside that avalanche. So really, it's a cliche, but the clock is ticking.
In the Nancy Guthrie case, Pima County Sheriff Chris Nano says he believes she is being held nearby. He also said he hasn't ruled out possible accomplices. In the meantime, he tells the BBC the intense search for clues continues.
For me, the priority is that house, that crime scene. We have DNA found at a glove that's 2 miles away, but you could have gloves that were found 5 or 6 miles away. We have, like I say, 40,000 leads. You have to start prioritizing those leads.
It is day 18 of the search. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg is in court in Los Angeles, where a landmark social media trial is underway over whether YouTube and Instagram harm youth. Melody Dinshar is a tech lawyer at UCLA.
A trial like this one will hopefully uncover the disconnect between what companies say publicly to drive up business and engagement and what is actually going on behind the scenes.
Nicole Killian on Capitol Hill reports on the efforts to end the partial government shutdown over DHS funding.
Both sides are still pretty far apart. That was according to a White House official, although that official noted that the administration remains committed to engaging in a good faith negotiation.
Energy Secretary Chris Wright warned today the U.S. will deter Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons one way or another. The U.S. and Iran held talks in Geneva yesterday aimed at averting a possible military showdown. Former National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster.
I think the chances of a sustained, air and strike campaign against Iran are very high. I would put over 80%. And the reason why I think that is because of the intransigence of the Iranian regime.
Allison Keyes reports members of Jesse Jackson's family spoke to the press today.
The oldest daughter of Reverend Jackson, Santita, says while his body is absent,
his spirit suffuses and infuses us.
She adds,
it charges us to continue with the work.
Jackson spent his life fighting for fairness, equity, and voting rights in the U.S. and around the globe.
Jackson died Tuesday at the age of 84. On Wall Street, stocks are higher. This is CBS News.
Looking for spring jewelry looks? Find them at Jewelry Television. New customers get $20 off purchases of $99 or more at JTV.com.
Ferry rides and beef, both getting more expensive. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. First, though, KIRO News Radio traffic. 99 northbound at the First Avenue South Bridge. All lanes were closed down a little bit ago for boat traffic. And you can expect alternating traffic on Highway 203 over the Lewis Street Bridge till about 2 o'clock this afternoon. They're going to be doing some bridge work down there. Linwood to Seattle, your current time to get through that stretch, about 25 minutes. It's about 6 minutes longer than normal. And Seattle to Woodinville over 520, an extra 4 minutes right now. It'll take you about 23 minutes. This traffic report is brought to you by KIRO News Radio.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lindsay. Well, even though some parts of western Washington saw snow this morning, like Granite Falls, meteorologist Scott Sistic says we're likely headed for more of the same rainy Seattle winter. Still, there could be hope for the ski resorts.
So it does look like the ski resorts are going to start getting some good stuff starting this weekend into next week. And it'll start, but here, like
back to our rain, kind of windy at times, Seattle usual. So yeah, 6 more weeks of Seattle winter.
All schools in the Granite Falls district were closed because they did get enough snow there. Fare hikes coming to the state ferry system. In March, there will be a 3% credit card fee, and the summer peak season surcharge will also go up. Multi-ride passes will be valid longer under the new plan. Beef prices in the U.S. continue to climb due to a shrinking national cattle herd. KIRO 7 TV spoke with the owner of Double D Meats in Mount Lake Terrace, who says they're doing everything they can to keep it affordable.
We call all our suppliers, what's your price on this? What can we do? We love to find bargains and bring those in to help everybody out. But yeah, they're hard to find right now.
January numbers show that beef and veal are 15% more expensive than they were a year ago. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement made several arrests during traffic stops across Washington over the past couple of months. The Seattle Times reports that among those detained was a Palestinian asylum seeker from Auburn who has since been released. Officials say the operation is part of a broader federal enforcement effort in the region. Puyallup area wrestler accused of sexual assault has pulled out of the state championships. The News Tribune reports the transgender athlete withdrew from the tournament, which starts tomorrow at the Tacoma Dome. Rogers High School sophomore accused the wrestler of assault during a match back in December. Pierce County Sheriff's Office is investigating. And again, the state championships run through Saturday. KIRO News Radio weather now. Cloudy this morning, on and off rain showers during the afternoon with a high of 43 degrees. Sunshine and clouds mixed tomorrow. Slight chance of a rain and snow mix, 42. Same deal on Friday, about 44 degrees, and then afternoon showers and 48 on Saturday. Right now in Seattle, we've got 38 degrees. I'm Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. So grateful that you are here with us today. Ursula, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, got some breaking news.
Yes, I heard.
Breaking news. This comes from the Seahawks X account. The estate of Paul G. Allen today announced it has commenced a formal sale process for the Seattle Seahawks NFL franchise, consistent with Allen's directive to eventually sell his sports holdings and direct all estate proceeds to philanthropy. The estate has selected investment bank Allen & Company and law firm Latham & Watkins to lead the sale process, which is estimated to continue through the 2026 offseason. NFL owners must then ratify a final purchase agreement. The estate of Paul G. Allen.
First of all, that is huge breaking news. Secondly, even though it was expected eventually, you remember the reports right before the Super Bowl where was it ESPN and others were saying there are reports that it's going to be for sale. Mm-hmm. And the Jody Allen and the Allen estate were basically saying there's no validity to the reports. Well, now, here we are.
Right. You know what this reminds me of? You knew that they was going to get a divorce, but when the proceedings get started and the actually paperwork gets filed, it's like still a sense of shock.
Yes.
We knew it was in the will of Paul G. Allen.
Yes.
But now that it's official like a whistle.
It still feels like a gut punch.
Oh, it feels like a gut punch.
Well,
like even seeing this. Like we're talking about, listen, can we get, we only 9 days? It's been 9 days since they won the Super Bowl. Can we get a couple weeks?
So, I mean, kudos to whoever was initially reporting it and saying, yes, it is going to be for sale and they're making moves because, in fact, yes, they were. So it was a matter of semantics in terms of, okay, it's not for sale right now, but now they have started the proceedings. It could take a while. The biggest question is there any concern that the Seahawks could be moving out of Seattle?
No. I don't think that's a concern. I definitely don't think. I'm going to say 99.9% no. Don't worry about that. Don't let anybody gas you with that. Let's be real. if Paul Allen has some wishes, this is the same Paul Allen that fought to keep this team here. The
Exactly.
Seattle Seahawks aren't going anywhere. But I'll tell you what stands out to me in this statement is when they say that they will lead the process, which is estimated to continue through the 2026 offseason. So right now, it's the offseason. That thing going to start up. Regular season kind of starts up in August.
Yes.
So it's February now. We got from February to August. The owners meeting, the NFL owners meeting is coming up in February, coming up here pretty soon.
Yes.
Well, they will get to talk about it. They'll have to ratify it. So I'm quite sure that somewhere there is an owner that is lurking, that's already planned, that's already said, hey, Jody, I got some money up under the mattress.
Yes.
And what owners out here, what people do you believe have some money laying up under the mattress?
I seem to recall someone in a position of power recently saying Seattle is filthy rich.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe someone else is going to step up. But I'm curious, as you're hearing this breaking news, how are you feeling about that? First of all, Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. The other question would be, do you have any names as to who you think would be a great owner? I mean, I got to think about that one. I don't have one off the top of my head.
Well, right off the top of my head is that dude from Amazon. You know what I'm saying?
But he's kind of, you mean the dude from Amazon who's now in Florida?
Let me go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Amazon is based here in Seattle.
Ursula, watch how I do this. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
You're going to laugh.
Yeah.
You know, if Jeff Bezos is the owner of the Seattle Seahawks, I couldn't think of a better guy to get the job. You know,
says Gee, who works for the Seahawks.
You know, Jeff Bezos, you being the owner,
Gee just used
something about how slick you move. I love your bald head, brother. I love the way you command the room, the energy. Just in case you buy the team, if you were to buy the team,
But he's not the only rich guy. I mean, there's Steve Ballmer's name has always bounced around.
Just in case it's Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer, I want you to know that I love that you sweat after 2 minutes of talking. I love how hyped that you love to get. Just in case. Any other owners, Nick, that you could think of so I can go ahead and say some nice things about him
Well,
right
there's
now?
also the dude from Starbucks as well. Who knows? He makes a lot more than his staff, you know.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. But he has to move here. I don't even know if he likes to live here. All right.
And I just want to say that we have a guest coming on here in just a few moments. And in fact, I want to ask our guest how he can react to this breaking news. But just real quick, I want to get Luke Ducey. Okay, so you have some details as to how this could potentially work?
How it could work. It's very interesting from here, and it's going to be very interesting as we watch this progress. So obviously, this club, this franchise is worth a lot of money right now. Just won the Super Bowl, got a lot of young players, so they got a lot of equity in the team as well. So the way it works in the NFL is, especially because this is now in a trust. The team is in a trust, and the trust has a fiduciary responsibility to go to the highest bidder. You can't give like a hometown discount, for instance, for someone who comes in and says, I'll keep the team here, I promise, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
I don't think the NFL is going to let the franchise go anywhere. This is a great market. The way it works, though, is the NFL allows private equity to buy a company. So you can buy a share of, and you can come together with this can be one person to buy everything.
Group.
One person can swoop in and plop down like $7.5 billion. Some people think it's worth that, or up to $8 billion is what it might go for, right? You could do that, but a lot of billionaires like that don't have a lot of cash laying around. It's all in stock. So you got to sell all that and then pay a premium in capital gains or whatever to sell that stock to buy. So you might come in with a group of buyers. The NFL rules, is the way I understand it, is private equity can only be up to about 10% of a group, but at least one of those owners in that group must own 30% of the team, and they must pony up not credit but cash. So that person who's left with that 30% is going to have to come up with about $1.5 to $2 billion cash for the NFL to buy that. With everyone else can probably purchase on credit. And that's how that would work.
Yeah. I wonder who can buy with cash. Right.
Who has $2 billion laying around?
It's one man. He looks strikingly handsome in his black suit.
All I know is it's the Paul Allen estate. The thing that's reassuring to me is it's the Paul Allen estate, and they have done everything right so far, and I think that they're going to try. And like you said, I mean, it's got to be the highest bidder, but that is, to me, I guess, is the thing that gives me some confidence.
And all that money from the sale, apparently within the will, says that it will all go to charitable charity as well. Yeah.
Luke, thank you.
You bet.
What's new at 10?
Well, besides that, that was big news, though. Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson did deliver her first State of the City address yesterday, and she laid out her vision for affordability, public safety, economic growth, and she made it clear that she's also open to new taxes, let's say, as the city faces a major budget shortfall. She calls it progressive revenue. And she also called on the business community to be a partner in moving Seattle forward. And joining us now is John Scholes. He's the CEO of the Downtown Seattle Association. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Great to be with you.
Well, before we get into the state of the city, I want you to react to the news that you just heard breaking here about the sale of the Seahawks.
Yeah, I mean, with the too early passing of Paul Allen, we did know that this day was coming, even though we didn't want to face it. That was the directive in his will to sell his sports holdings. So I think we're all kind of going through the stages of grief here after this team has had great local ownership for so long. And I certainly hope and wish for that in the next ownership group. And it seems to me we got to keep and retain as many filthy rich Seattleites and Washingtonians in this state and city that we can. So
I think you're right.
We need some of those filthy rich folks to step up, and let's keep them and make this a place they want to live and do business and grow wealth. Because I want a local owner.
Okay, that was a good segue, John.
That's a good segue, John.
So about the State of the City address, what stood out to you? What was your biggest takeaway?
Yeah, I attended yesterday, and it struck me that she started with, two critical issues in our city. The first two issues she talked about was public safety and homelessness, and I think that is notable. I appreciate the urgency which she's addressing those issues and acknowledging that we've made progress, but it's not good enough. And you see too much gun violence in this city. We see too many people still living on our streets. So I appreciate, the real talk around those issues and some of her pretty significant commitments of standing up 4,000 shelter units in her 4 years, 1,000 this year. We need to get to work on that. And I, right after the speech, I was spending some time over at City Hall with some of her leadership talking just about that issue of how do we move faster to get more places for people to be inside. So that struck me. I think her message to the business community, employers, which she called out specifically, was one that I think resonates with a lot of people. She commended them for the jobs they create, the taxes they pay, and committed to collaboration and partnership. So I think that's a message that many people will appreciate.
All right, John, if you had to wave a magic wand and you could only fix one issue overnight, safety, foot traffic, housing, or cleanliness, what would you pick?
Cities and downtowns have never worked if they first weren't safe. You've got to solve for that first. People have choices. They'll make choices to go to other places if they don't feel and believe they'll be safe. And we've made a lot of progress on that front. Violent crime in downtown is down. But we still see too many people struggling, and we see too much disorder. And a lot of that is driven by significant substance use. And I didn't hear a lot about that specifically yesterday. Mm-hmm. And so I'm looking for more of how are we as a city going to intervene with the substance use that continues to really wreck people's lives. Yeah. When I was sitting there listening to the speech, I got an email from our team because one of our ambassadors on 2nd Avenue in downtown walked up on somebody who had overdosed and had died. Had been dead on that sidewalk for some amount of time. And that's happening less than it did 3-4 years ago, but still too often, not just downtown, but in other parts of our city. And we have to do more as a city to intervene around the significant substance use disorder that is wrecking lives and harming a lot of neighborhoods.
John, I've asked this question many times, and you're right, things have gotten better. I do want to highlight the progress that has happened downtown Seattle over the last few years. It has gotten better. Sure, it's not perfect, but no other place is perfect. When you think of other cities in the United States, is there a city that you could say, this city downtown is doing it pretty good? What would it be?
Yeah, there's cities, whether it's New York or Chicago, that certainly have larger police forces than we do and more presence in areas. There's cities right now like San Francisco that I think are moving in a very aggressive and intentional way under the leadership of Mayor Daniel Lurie around drug use and intervening and bringing people inside to treatment, in some cases against their will. If they're out breaking the law and possessing and using drugs in public spaces, the mayor down there has made it clear, we're going to intervene and bring you inside and offer you treatment. You're not going to die on our sidewalks. And I think those are the types of really intentional intervention that we need. We need a balanced approach to public safety and people suffering on our streets. It's not just a law enforcement approach, but it can't just be a walk by and wait for somebody to make a decision to stop using drugs. This drug, fentanyl, is incredibly addictive, incredibly lethal and destructive to people's lives. So I think there's a lot we can learn from other cities, and there's things that other cities can learn from us as well. And we are making progress. I think we're going in the right direction, but we got to put our foot more firmly on the gas here if we're going to continue to attract more businesses downtown, fill our vacant retail space, and continue to attract jobs, which will create a stronger tax base so we can invest in those services and programs that are critical to solving the set of challenges we face.
You were listening to John Scholes. He's the CEO of the Downtown Seattle Association. You mentioned retail spaces that are vacant. I recently was downtown, and I was struck by how many. I saw that Anthropology just left, and I know some other businesses are moving, but as new businesses come in, other businesses are going out. We had a restaurant owner recently tell us that he worries, especially for small businesses, that Seattle could become like a Detroit, in that it's just impossible for smaller businesses to make it happen here because of taxes. The mayor also, though, said that there is a significant budget deficit, and she's opened a new, what she calls progressive revenue. How is the downtown business community reacting to that?
We don't need more taxes. We need more businesses paying taxes. And we're pushing jobs outside of our city right now. And we've made Seattle sort of an outlier when it comes to the amount of taxes employers are asked and required to pay. And we've seen the results of that. Bellevue and the east side of the lake have grown jobs in the last 2 years. Seattle has lost jobs. And so we don't need more taxes. We need more businesses paying taxes. And to the mayor's credit, she said, we need to make it easier to open a business in Seattle. She recounted a story from somebody in the International District who said, it took me 2 years to get a permit. I think that's an area the city can help. It shouldn't take you 2 years to open a small business in Seattle. And if we fill those spaces with restaurants and retail, we're growing the tax base. There's more jobs, there's more people spending money. And this is a city and a state that's heavily dependent on sales tax. And so filling those storefronts is good for the city coffers. It's good for the downtown. It's good for people looking for job opportunities in our city. More taxes on employers isn't going to help. I think it'll get us more of the same, which is more jobs sent outside of our city.
John, what's something that's happening downtown that doesn't get enough credit? That people like Ursula and I, we don't talk about enough. I know y'all do a good job with charging us for parking, but what else y'all got?
Well, there's just an incredible amount of arts and cultural creators and innovators downtown, and some new things in that realm to check out. I mean, the transformation of Bed Bath & Beyond of 60,000 square feet to Cannonball Arts, done by the folks behind Bumbershoot, I don't think's got enough attention. They're opening a electronic dance music venue, 1,000 people or so, I think will fit in that downstairs there. And it's, the quality of audio and sound and bass in that location is phenomenal. You've got people now programming and bringing music to the top floor of the Smith Tower, the 35th floor observatory. And you can go to concerts up there now. I was there last week enjoying one. You've got folks that are in Pioneer Square opening up here soon an immersive art experience in the Grand Central building just adjacent to Occidental Park. So we're seeing a lot of interesting moves in kind of the arts and cultural space of bringing new experiences that you can't get anywhere else to existing spaces, or transforming spaces that once served one purpose and now are serving another. And that's a great thing for downtown. And something that often comes out of challenges that cities face and downtowns face. And we certainly faced a lot of those challenges during the pandemic.
Okay, John, we're actually out of time, but I do want to just ask you, because you've been through other mayors, you've been through other State of the City addresses. If you were to grade this one, or just the overall feeling from your group and the people that you represent, how do you think this mayor did?
Well, I mean, we're 2 minutes into the first quarter of her term here, right? It's just February. But I was impressed, and I think in her tone, and she has a very authentic communication style. She's real in the way she connected with folks. She covered a lot of ground. There's a lot of detail to come, but I liked a lot of what I heard, and look forward to working with her and her team to implement what I understand to be a lot of shared values and aspirations for, I think, what we all want to see in our city. A city that's safe and thriving, that is affordable, that small businesses can open and be successful. So a lot of agreement on the goals, and look forward to continuing to work with her and her team.
Hey, John, you want to know what's been my favorite about downtown these days?
You tell me.
A whole lot of people that said that they were never coming downtown Seattle came down for the parade. Hey, appreciate you hanging out with us, man.
Unbelievable day.
It was a beautiful day, man. Thanks, John.
Unbelievable. Good to see you both.
You too, man. Take care. Man, I like it when that guy comes on. Hey, coming up next here on the Gee and Ursula Show, the top 10 most demanded bachelor's degrees. I wonder if Ursula and I are going to argue about bachelor degrees. And number one isn't engineering. Next, Gee and Ursula.
Man, can Seattle and the 12s throw a party or what?
They're thinking there could be up to 1 million 12s for this parade.
We're the best in the world!
You know, me and so many others remember taking my kid to the parade 12 years ago. And now another generation gets to share that.
Home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Hey, we not done. We coming back next year.
KIRO Newsradio.
At Skyline, senior living never sounded so good. The world feels bigger when you stay connected to ideas, to culture, to the things you love. We designed Skyline for today's older adults who celebrate life rooted in the city, not apart from it. At Seattle's only true life care community, premier music venues, museums, and culinary gems are just steps away. Urban senior living has an address. Discover it all at SkylineSeattle.org.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when needed. We show up with access to convenient care options and coverage that fits everyday life. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
Right now, save $16 on a pair of Rain-X Rugged XL wiper blades, plus get 2 times O rewards points only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Bring your visions to life with smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. From fast, free shipping to in-depth buying insights and automated purchase approvals, we deliver everything you need to achieve your goals. Go to AmazonBusiness.com for support. This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data-managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through March 22nd, switch to Comcast Business and get started with 150 megabit internet plus Security Edge for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Or ask how to lock in your rate for 5 years on a qualifying internet bundle and get a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. For a limited time only. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. Requires paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hey, Brock Hewitt here with my buddy, Dr. Daniel Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. The stem cell therapy you did on my knee was a game changer. But Dr. Dan, people ask me all the time if you're seeing the same kind of success treating neck and back pain with stem cell therapy.
Great question, Brock. As you know from your experience, we've had tremendous success treating major joints like hips, knees, and shoulders, but we've also seen excellent results treating neck and lower back pain. In fact, we're the only clinic in the Seattle area offering image-guided stem cell and PRP injection therapy specifically for neck and low back pain.
How cool is that? If joint, neck, or back pain is holding you back, call Dr. Daniel Nelson at Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine and find out if stem cell therapy may be right for you. Dr. Dan here is the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. Call Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD, at 425-823-4000 or visit DanielNelsonMD.com. That's 425-823-4000 or DanielNelsonMD.com.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors. Held to a higher standard since 1968.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Frank Lenzi, and we are following breaking news this morning. The Paul Allen Foundation making it official. The Seattle Seahawks are indeed for sale. Here's KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey.
How it could work. It's very interesting from here, and it's going to be very interesting as we watch this progress. So obviously, this club, this franchise is worth a lot of money right now. Just won the Super Bowl, got a lot of young players, so they got a lot of equity in the team as well. So the way it works in the NFL is, especially because this is now in a trust. The team is in a trust, and the trust has a fiduciary responsibility to go to the highest bidder. You can't give like a hometown discount, for instance, for someone who comes in and says, I'll keep the team here, I promise. I don't think the NFL is going to let the franchise go anywhere. This is a great market.
John Scholes, CEO of the Downtown Seattle Association, spoke with Gee and Ursula just moments ago.
Yeah, with the too early passing of Paul Allen, we did know that this day was coming, even though we didn't want to face it. That was the directive in his will to sell his sports holdings. So I think we're all kind of going through the stages of grief here after this team has had great local ownership for so long. And I certainly hope and wish for that in the next ownership group. And it seems to me we got to keep and retain as many filthy rich Seattleites and Washingtonians in this state and city that we can.
And again, the Seattle Seahawks officially now for sale. We'll be following the story throughout the day. We're going to be hearing from fans and other folks with insights into how this sale might play out. So keep it here on KIRO News Radio. We could finally get a Supreme Court ruling on President Trump's tariffs this week. Here's KIRO News Radio's Manda Factor, who spoke with a former attorney general about the case.
President Trump used an emergency law to justify the tariffs, claiming the trade deficit is a national emergency. The justices will decide whether the president can do that without Congress. Former State Attorney General Rob McKenna expects a ruling against the administration.
Nearly every commentator who analyzed the arguments sees a large majority, if not a unanimous court, ruling against his use of the 1977 law.
If that happens, what's next?
There will be hundreds of billions of dollars in refunds that the federal government will have to pay out to companies that paid tariffs on goods that they imported.
Some companies, including Costco, have already applied for refunds. Manda Factor, KIRO News Radio.
Wall Street today, the Dow up right now, 231 points. NASDAQ up 248, and the S&P is up 50. KIRO News Radio traffic, not looking too bad out there. Of course, we've got midwinter break going on, so travel time's pretty good. Of course, slowing through that work zone across the Ship Canal Bridge, but no major stalls or accidents reported at this hour. This report brought to you by KIRO News Radio. Weather forecast, cloudy for the rest of the morning, and then rain showers expected this afternoon, a high of 43. There's a slight chance of a rain-snow mix tomorrow and Friday, highs in the low to mid-40s. Showers on Saturday, a little bit warmer, up 48 degrees. 39 right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Frank Lenzi, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Hey, is that something we can talk about? Okay, so there's all sorts of debates going on our text line, which is the Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. G broke the news to you that the team, they officially started the proceedings to sell the Seahawks, which, again, was in Paul Allen's will. This is something that we expected.
And even a couple weeks ago, they said that they don't comment on rumors.
Yep, but
to find out.
In fact, it is happening. One of the questions that keeps coming up is this whole millionaire's tax, because there are some fear-mongering types who are saying, well, just if you pass that, you can kiss the Seahawks goodbye from Seattle. But I just wanted to point out on the income tax thing, we are one of, 8 states now that don't have an income tax? Yeah. Players have been paying that income tax in every other state they play.
You know what's interesting? Have you guys noticed the people that are screaming, oh my goodness, the athletes are, the team, they're going to want to leave? You ever notice they have not interviewed a player yet? Guess who talks to more players than they do? I do.
Yes.
Guess how many times that topic has come up?
0. Okay. Can I guess that Howard Schultz is not a name that's being thrown around as a potential owner?
Here's a crazy thought. Why don't they do what the Packers do and let the 12s have joint ownership? Let the fans buy them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rich people in this state.
Yeah, one of the rich people, Mackenzie Scott. Yeah, she's one of my faves.
That won't happen again. By the way, I love how Green Bay does that. That's awesome.
I think it's unique.
Yeah, it's very unique. That won't happen again. But Mackenzie Scott?
Yeah.
So you guys think?
Do you think the NFL owners would be? Are there any female NFL owners?
Just Jody Allen.
Besides Jody Allen?
No.
And then losing Jody Allen means?
It'd be 0 women.
Yeah, I'm curious if they would be open to having another female owner. I think that would be amazing. I think Mackenzie Scott would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And these are magic beans.
Okay. Well, let's bring back AI again.
Think it will. Go ahead.
And technology, how it's affecting the job market. And, of course, that is directly impacting college graduates. Have you talked to a college graduate recently? And I will just tell you, it is tough. My heart goes out to people who are just coming out in the market right now.
Why
Seriously.
is that?
Because it's tough to find a job. And why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just listening.
Yeah, because you want to say, I told you so.
No, that's not what I'm going to say.
But, okay, so let's talk about... Now, in fairness, the ones who are doing really, really well are jobs that are not dependent on, the college degrees. And we're talking about the plumbers of the world don't have to worry, the HVAC technicians, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, there are jobs that are...
Electricians.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So the trade jobs, okay, this is y'all are doing real well. But there are a lot of folks right now who aren't doing so great, and they do have those college degrees. But according to this winter 2026 salary survey, guess which bachelor's degrees are most in demand? Because remember when it was computer science, mechanical engineering?
Well, and by the way, I stayed true to form. I did not research this topic before coming on because I wanted to be fresh about it. Let me guess. It's not a communications degree?
Good one. Yeah, no, it's not.
Wait,
certainly not journalism.
Is it a business degree?
Yes, it is. In fact, it is. Finance is number one.
Yeah.
With that's 61%. So the report found. Okay, so basically they're saying 61% of firms surveyed said they are most interested in hiring finance majors. Then it goes to mechanical engineering, and then it goes to computer science. And the report found that only 30% of grads were getting jobs in their field. That's another thing. I mean, so you talk about how tough the entry-level job market is. It is one of the toughest in 5 years, they're saying. And so when it comes to the top degrees, here they are in order of top 10. Number 1 is finance. Number 2, mechanical engineering. Computer science, third. Accounting. Business administration or management is 5th. Electrical engineering is behind that. Information sciences and systems. Logistics and supply chain, that's where one of my sons is in. That is number 8. Marketing, and then human resources. Man, I know a lot of human resources jobs have been cut too. But
yeah.
Anyway, any surprises there?
No, not really. Not really any surprises. I guess I would solicit this response from all of you. Well, maybe you do have a loved one that's getting ready to go to college, maybe this year coming up or next year or whenever. Ursula, if you were to give someone some advice and they're getting ready to go to college and they said to you, hey, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to major in. What would you suggest, and not going off the list? What would you suggest that they major in if they're going to college?
I would first want to know, like, what are your passions? What are you really passionate about? What are your interests? Do you feel like you're particularly good at? What do you envision yourself doing? What do you want to do in 5 years, 10 years? How important is money versus job satisfaction? I mean, so those would all be things. Then I could answer the question. There's not one specific thing. You know, I would advise them to get a good education, network really well, do internship. And that's the sad thing that the truth is right now, there are a lot of businesses that are no longer offering internships. A lot of times those internships are the way you get in.
You know who was able to get those internships?
Yeah, people
with money.
Yes, exactly.
And so I would suggest this for people. I think that kids, Ursula, need to know what they're thinking about, what they're going to do earlier than 18 years old. I think that's the world. Yes, I do believe that. I believe you need to have some type of an idea to start thinking about what you want to do.
You think a teenager can make the right decision about their
I think with
future,
help,
though?
with support and guidance, yes.
As a
yes.
teen, though? With support and guidance,
yes,
is the key. Not everyone has that, and they make dumb decisions about their future.
I know. I agree with that. But I'm just saying, if a parent is going to be guiding their child and their child is 18 years old trying to enter into these colleges, and then they're like, I don't know what I want to do, and then they're just like, oh, just pick business or marketing to go major in. I think you need to be more strategic today than ever. You can't just go and go get a marketing degree.
I think the job experience while you're getting that, and the networking and the number of clubs and interactions you can have with the real world, the better you are, because it's a lot of times it's about those connections. Randy from Evansville just texted me and said, news for you, Ursula, trade jobs around here are not doing very well and haven't for almost 3 years. Hours are way down. A lot of folks on the out of work list.
Oof. I think this area as a whole in Western Washington is struggling when you compare it to like the East Coast or the Midwest.
Yeah. I know we got to bring that back because a lot of you guys think that I'm crazy about that kids need to start knowing what they want to do earlier in life.
I don't.
Well, by the way,
we will have to bring that
there
back.
There are women owners out there who had their ownership passed down by their grandparents or parents. McCaskey from the Bears, Virginia McCaskey, Sheila Ford from the Lions, Gail Benson, the Colts owner. So yes, there has been teams handed down to family. Coming up next, scenarios. Gee Ursula.
This is what it's all about, right?
The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
The pure joy.
To beat the Patriots, especially in the 49ers stadium, it means everything.
It's a great time to be alive for Seattle fans.
It's why we're 12s.
Just like Mike McDonald said, we did not care.
We got a parade to get to.
Seattle will hold a victory parade Wednesday.
We are the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
KIRO Newsradio.
I'm worried.
About what?
Water.
Oh?
Hot water, if you really want to know.
Water heater worries?
Worried it's wearing down.
Running out?
The hot doesn't last like it used to.
So you're...
Worried.
I got a guaranteed fix.
Let me guess. A new water heater.
Right, but...
That's what worries me.
Well, worry no more.
Why?
What you need is an Apollo Plumbing water heater.
Because?
We include Wrenchy's worry-free warranty.
Wrenchy's what?
Worry-free warranty.
Which means?
When it wears out, we replace it.
No extra charge.
As an A-List Club member, you're covered for life.
For life?
For as long as you're an A-List member, you get annual life-extending water heater flushes included.
So it lasts longer.
Right.
And when it needs replacement,
you're covered.
With no worries.
Because it's Wrenchy's
worry-free warranty.
What else would you expect from the Ready Right Now plumbers?
Apollo Plumbing.
Home of Wrenchy's worry-free warranty.
What about tankless ones?
Worry-free too.
Gotta love that Wrenchy.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Hey, this is Jake Skorheim. February is Valentine Roofing Month, and if you love Valentine Roofing as much as I do, it's time to shout it from the rooftops. Till the end of February, when you refer friends or family for a new roof or siding, you'll earn your choice of a free maintenance service or get a $250 gift card. You can be confident they'll get the Valentine experience, which is seamless communication, meticulous cleanup, and extra mile service, even in winter weather. So, tell your friends and family to call 206 Roofing today. Again, that's 206 Roofing.
You're losing your hair and you simply need a solution that works. You want the best. Modern technology, top-rated physicians, something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need world-class Dr. Parango and his team at Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair has completely redefined hair restoration. From the experience itself to their unmatched results. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, maybe all three like I had. Get your hair back with Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment that begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. And get this, Advanced Hair is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. For your free consultation, call 425-449-8185. Right now, you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Refine your hairline with the team that redefined hair restoration. That's 425-449-8185. Or for the before and afters, visit advancedhair.com.
So what are you reading?
I'm checking out the ratings on the new TVs, and it looks like Samsung, LG, and Sony got the best scores.
Just like last year. What about those new high dynamic range TVs?
They got the highest scores of all, but their prices are really high.
Did you check online?
Yeah, their prices were about the same.
Well, there's one place where we can get a hot deal on those top-rated models.
Where?
At Video Only. Check out the ratings on TV stores.
I see. Video Only scored better than the others.
So, if you want the best deal on the best TVs,
then we should take our TV ratings and head over to top-rated Video Only.
At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or microwaves, but you will find the best deals on top-rated TVs, soundbars, and monitors. Shop around. Just make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't,
you'll be sorry.
In South Center, Bellevue, Linwood, Federal Way, and Tacoma, Video Only.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
For nearly 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me. John Curley here. Save up to $2,000 on a new Lennox heating and cooling system. Schedule your free consultation at homecomfortalliance.com. Call the comfort people at Home Comfort Alliance.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for fast, friendly service with guaranteed repairs. With 16 family-owned locations and a Carfax preferred badge, Bucky's makes it easy with same-day service and available financing. Visit buckys.com.
It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Let's get to scenarios.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
I couldn't wait to get to this one. This is good. My partner and I split everything 50-50, but I just got a raise, and I didn't tell him. I'm stacking that extra money in a separate account just in case things go left one day. I still pay my half. I just don't feel safe putting all my cards on the table. Am I being smart or being shady? I need your help. 888-973-5476 is the Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. Ursula, you're the bat first.
I think you're being shady. You're lying by omission. And even though you may be smart about it, I think it says more about your uncertainty about your relationship. That you feel like you can't share that information and you need to squirrel it away in case it goes south. Why not say, hey, I got a raise, but what I would like to do is squirrel this money away?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, yeah, I mean, I think the fact that you feel like you have to hide it, and it's something that you're not feeling really good about the relationship. To me, it sounds like there are other issues.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, I think it's both smart and shady because they didn't say they were married. They just said they were together, right?
Yeah, partner.
Just partner. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think on one hand, it's always good to have doubts and to keep yourself protected. But on the other hand, if you're already at a point where you're sharing an income with someone and you don't trust them for all of that information and you want to have something squirreled away and you're looking for an exit, if you're looking for an exit, you're planning for an exit. So I think it's smart and shady.
Well, in it, Ursula, they say, just in case things go left one day. I just say, this goes for everybody. If you have a plan B right now, right? Like right now, if you have a plan B, like, yep, gee, I got a plan B, just in case this relationship gonna work. Y'all ready for this? It ain't gonna work. Ask me how I know.
What about?
I know. It's not gonna work. If you have a plan B, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna lean towards that plan B. Oh, go ahead. What you got?
Can I ask you something?
Okay.
Is a prenup a plan B?
Yes. Yes, it is.
So does it mean that you believe that your relationship is not going to last, or that you're just being smart given that 50% of them don't last?
Well, basically, when you do a prenup, all you do is you actually go through a divorce proceedings before the wedding, before you get married. And so in that, you say, hey, if we don't make it, you get this, I get that, we split this and all that. You do all that stuff. The same thing you do in business. Like sometimes in business, if you have a business partner, you have to go through all these things. If something happened to me, my wife can't just take over. You put everything in writing. Well, that's what you do with a prenup. Do I think it's the same thing? Kinda. Because I just have learned that when you have a plan B, especially if you have a plan B and your partner has no idea about it, that's even worse.
Yeah.
10 times worse. Even a plan B, even if you go to your partner, Ursula, and say, hey, listen, just in case we don't work out, I got an account right over here.
Yeah.
That's sketchy. But then you have an account that they don't even know about?
Yeah.
Sketchier.
I would love to know how people feel about prenups today. Okay, in full disclosure, I do not have a prenup. We got married over 30 years ago. No prenup.
Right.
My sister, maybe I shouldn't. Okay, anyway, loved ones I know, and I won't say which sister. There's a loved one I know that did have to sign a prenup as big because her partner, now husband, the family has a business, and it was required of all the kids on that side of the family. You got to sign a prenup.
I just said a business. When
Yes.
you're doing business, there's a lot of things
Yes.
that have to be done. So that makes sense.
Yes.
If he's connected to a business, hey, because you don't want to be married, the state of Washington, community state, right?
Yes.
Where she all of a sudden gets part of the business, that wouldn't work out. But again, plan Bs are sketchy. But for some reason, I think you and I are on an island. I think you, Sophia, love plan Bs, don't you?
Well, I do love a plan B.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, I can be trusting of you and like think it's going to work out, but things happen and people show their true colors way later than you think sometimes.
Ooh.
And it doesn't mean that I don't love you and I don't trust you, but I have to have a backup plan.
Especially for the young people today, you're right. But I like the idea of being fair and 50-50 with your partner, no matter what the differences are between income. But the feelings have to be mutual between the two. So now when you've got one side who's stacking behind the scenes, hiding it behind closed doors on the other side, that can be the first step into losing trust amongst the two. So this seems like a domino effect, because if you really like who you're with and trust them, it shouldn't be a secret. But the real thoughts are coming out. So good idea to keep it away and out of sight, because you're probably going to split soon, and that whole backup plan is going to work out for your site only. Find someone else who can match your energy and income, because you don't want to seem to lose trust with who you're with, right?
Okay, wait. I just want to get this clear, Nick. So you are okay with this person saying, hey, I got a raise. I'm not going to tell my partner about it.
If he wants to keep it a secret, then go for it, because it doesn't seem like he really likes who he's with. And I think it's inevitable that they're going to be splitting up.
I don't know if I fully agree with that.
I don't know about that one either.
Wait. I just want to say this. We got to come back to this topic somehow. But Sophia, I just want you to know that you're not all the way wrong.
Oh, I think she's right.
And what I mean by that is you truly find out who the person that you're with when things are all the way bad during divorce proceedings and all that. You find out then, oh, boy, do I got stories.
Yep.
Hey, coming up next on the Gee Ursula Show, we got Agree to Disagree that happened at 11:30, and we also got some good old topics. I can't even fix my paper right to find out what that is, but we got more of the Gee Ursula Show next.
I know the paint's barely dry on the new Super Bowl champ Seahawks gear, but can you believe Mariners pitchers and catchers have already reported and spring training is underway?
Holy catfish, that was fast. They know they have a chance to win the whole thing.
Look who we have in studio.
Baseball royalty.
Rick Riz.
Congratulations to the Seahawks. Now it's our time to go win a World Series.
Follow how the 2026 Mariners come together at mynorthwest.com.
You know, it's frustrating. You work your tail off for 40 plus years. The government takes 30 or 40% in taxes. Then they turn right around and waste it. Americans are getting fed up, and that's why they're taking advantage of tax planning. Charlie Harger here. Tax planning could significantly reduce your taxes, not just for 1 year, but for the rest of your life. Learn how much you could save in taxes when you retire with free retirement tax savings analysis from Boss Retirement Solutions. If you've saved more than $300,000, schedule your free analysis now by calling 206-210-13 1350. Don't pay the government one more dime than you need to. You need to call the team at Boss Retirement Solutions. Call 206-210-1350. 206-210-1350.
For informational purposes only, actual results may vary. No statement contained herein shall constitute tax, legal, or investment advice.
File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. TurboTax helps you get your biggest refund, and then Credit Karma helps you do more with it. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-269-3454. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-269-3454 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-269-3454 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-269-3454.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there. It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
We're the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle. This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Heather Bosch. A landmark civil case in Los Angeles today concerning kids and social media. CBS's Carter Evans says Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg is taking the stand.
I think Zuckerberg has to walk a very fine line here, right? Because what's the goal? The goal of Facebook and Instagram is to get users engaged so you can sell ads, right? So you have these techniques to get them to spend more time on the platform. But does it cross the line to where these techniques are actually addictive and causing people to spend a dangerous amount of time on the platform?
Plaintiffs claim Instagram is designed to be addictive and kids are not protected. Zuckerberg denies that. After rescuing 6 skiers, rescuers are pushing through mountainous wilderness in Northern California as they search for 9 other backcountry skiers believed swept away by an avalanche. CBS's Matt Gutman.
What rescuers are going to have to do is literally hoofing it, going on foot, carving through the woods here. Incredibly dangerous, incredibly treacherous, which is why they didn't do much of it overnight.
Extreme weather conditions are hampering the search near Lake Tahoe. The search for Nancy Guthrie continues. Pima County, Arizona Sheriff Chris Nanos tells the BBC.
I think she's somewhere here in our community.
Locally?
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
I just do. I don't know why. I don't have any evidence to prove that. But I just believe that she's somewhere here locally.
Investigators are focused on a masked person caught on doorbell video at the 84-year-old's home around the time she disappeared. No sign of a breakthrough in U.S. brokered peace talks in Switzerland between Ukraine and Russia yet. CBS's Remy Inocencio.
Russia's chief negotiator, Vladimir Medinsky, said that talks were difficult, but he added that they were businesslike. Ukraine's lead negotiator, Rustem Umerov, said talks were complex, but he said a little bit more optimistically here that there is progress.
Next week is the 4th anniversary of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. New developments in a case of alleged clergy abuse. CBS's Jim Krasula.
The Catholic Diocese of Camden, New Jersey, which covers southern New Jersey and its Philadelphia suburbs, has agreed to a $180 million settlement to resolve allegations of clergy sexual abuse. The figure is much bigger than similar legal agreements in some large dioceses, but smaller than other massive financial settlements.
Just off a Super Bowl win, the Seattle Seahawks are going up for sale. The move is in keeping with the wishes of late team owner Paul Allen. Allen wanted his sports holdings to be sold with the proceeds benefiting philanthropy. The Seahawks have been in the Allen family since 1997. This is CBS News.
What is going on?
What's going on here? How is this possible? Great storytelling starts here.
Oh, come on.
Why? It's time for 60 Minutes.
Want to buy a football team? As you just heard from CBS News, the Hawks are for sale. We'll give you more details on that in just a moment. But first, KIRO Newsradio traffic. Highway 2 westbound off-ramp to 88th Street in Snohomish. There's an incident partially blocking that ramp that we're keeping our eyes on. And we got some travel times. Everett to Seattle take you about 41 minutes, about 11 minutes more than it should. And Everett to Bellevue, about 7 minutes behind scale. That travel time there, about 34 minutes right now. This traffic report brought to you by KIRO News Radio.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lindsay. Paul Allen's estate has announced that it is starting the formal sale of the Seattle Seahawks. Here's KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey.
One person could swoop in and plop down like $7.5 billion. Some people think it's worth that, or up to $8 billion is what it might go for, right? You could do that, but a lot of billionaires like that don't have a lot of cash laying around. It's all in stock. So you got to sell all that and then pay a premium in capital gains or whatever to sell that stock to buy. So you might come in with a group of buyers. The NFL rules, is the way I understand it, is private equity can only be up to about 10% of a group, but at least one of those owners in that group must own 30%.
Now, this news comes just 3 weeks after ESPN reported the team would be up for sale following its appearance in Super Bowl 60. And it doesn't seem to surprise John Scholes, CEO of the Downtown Seattle Association.
With the too early passing of Paul Allen, we did know that this day was coming, even though we didn't want to face it. That was the directive in his will to sell his sports holdings. So I think we're all kind of going through the stages of grief here.
He tells Gee and Ursula he hopes the next owners are local. Someone flew a drone into a packed Lumen Field during the Seahawks parade last week. Prosecutors want to press charges. Como News reporting a joint state and federal team spotted more than 30 unauthorized drones over the celebration last week. King County Ground Intercept Team stopped 8 drone flights and contacted 7 of the pilots. They landed their drones right away after getting warnings. One pilot, though, ignored the warning, flew into the stadium, even though the FAA had restricted the airspace. Fire on Queen Anne forced the evacuation of a nearby apartment building this morning. Seattle fire crews in the 1200 block of Queen Anne Avenue North. Power lines had to be de-energized before they could get to the scene. One person was stuck in a crane, but we're told was not hurt. Firefighters believe this blaze may be connected to natural gas. Seattle City Light also on the scene helping out there. Your weather forecast is calling for rain showers throughout the afternoon with a high of 43 degrees. Sunshine and clouds mixed tomorrow. Slight chance of a rain and snow mix. 42 for a high tomorrow. Pretty much same thing on Friday. 44 degrees. Showers 48 on Saturday. Right now we're at 39 in Seattle. I'm Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. It's the 11 o'clock hour of the show. And ooh-wee, did we have some good topics today. One of them that we got to bring back. Good old Sophia got it cooking around here.
Oh, yeah, she
got
did.
it. Sophia got it cooking. And she
Again, we said she is a wise soul. I don't want to say old soul, but, you know, for her not quite 24 years, man, she's got a lot of wisdom.
I got kids older than her. Now, Ursula, tell the people what Sophia basically said that we got to bring back.
She said, well, we were talking about prenuptials. We were talking about whether you were saying that it's more like getting ready for the split or being prepared for
having a plan B
having a
in
plan
that scenario.
B, and how important it is to have a plan B. And Sophia pointed out correctly that absolutely you should have a plan B. Ooh. And in terms of our scenario, which you can catch on our podcast, the issue was that this person was hiding this little plan B that she had going on. But I think going into a relationship, everybody should know and everybody should have a plan B. Because the reality is, many of those relationships don't work.
Are you siding with Sophia?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to bring this back up because there's another topic with Gen Z and Gen X.
Yes.
So the question,
Prenups.
The question is this. In a relationship, Nick, we got to come back to this, man. Yeah. Should you have a plan B? Sophia says yes. I'm staying out of it.
No. Well, and I want to go further.
Yeah.
Should you have a prenup before you get married? And if you didn't have one going in, and I admit I didn't have one going in, do you regret not having one going in? Okay, text us, Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
Hey, it was all good.
Top stories at 11.
It was
on the
all
Gee and
good
Ursula Show.
until some of y'all learned what that one word meant during the divorce proceedings.
Oh.
Discovery.
Oh.
Okay, Ursula, continue.
Yowzers.
All right.
Okay, well, last hour we started with the big breaking news from the NFL, and you brought it into the show, which is, has it been even 10 days since we won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And now the team is officially up for sale. The estate of Paul G. Allen has started the process, they announced today, and this follows his directive to eventually sell his sports assets and give all that money to philanthropic efforts. And so what they announced is that the sale is going to be managed by Allen and Company and then a law firm, and it's expected to continue through the NFL offseason. And just for context for everybody, the last NFL team to change controlling owners was the other Washington Commanders, right?
Okay.
And how much did they sell for? Over $6 billion. Mm-hmm. But it was a process that took more than 8 months. So a couple of things that, questions that keep getting asked.
What's that?
Does this mean we're going to lose the Seahawks? Could they move to another state?
No. I don't. I'm 99% sure that they will not move to another state. Right now, let's be real. All of the owners, all the 31 owners are happy about this. Why are they happy? Well, it's the same reason that you're happy in your neighborhood. You know how that house in your neighborhood sells for $200-300 above asking price? Well, what does that mean for the value of your home? It goes up. That's what the NFL teams are loving about this. The valuation of their team goes up once this sale happens with the Seahawks. It was rumored before.
Yeah.
Because they said that they don't comment on rumors. And, by the way, it looks like, they didn't say it was for sale. They said that there was discussions about them being for sale. But we all have known that this day was going to come. Even though we knew it was going to come, it was in Paul Allen's will for all of his sports holdings to be sold. The Portland Trail Blazers were already sold, but it doesn't.
Why do we feel like it's a gut punch? Or maybe when we talked to John Scholes, the CEO of Downtown Seattle Association, he mentioned that. And I agree. It feels like, and maybe it's because, Paul Allen was the greatest owner and will always be the greatest owner.
Yeah.
And it was like you knew that he really, really loved the team, loved this community.
What about the other owners, Ursula? What about the owners of the Storm?
Oh, I love the owner of the Seattle.
I'm just saying, I know how you don't like to make blanket statements. So all of the owners are great, right?
Not every owner.
Paul Allen's better owner than all of them?
I don't even know where you're going with that.
I'm just joking.
I have no idea where you're going with that.
Keep going.
He was the greatest owner of the Seahawks.
Oh, yes.
Was Ken Behring a great owner?
No.
Yeah,
and
that's
he
what
kept
I'm
the
talking
Seahawks
about.
from leaving.
Yes. So, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we want this to go to someone who is that committed to this region and this community.
Yeah. I think that I don't think a lot of us are really concerned about the team leaving. You talked about it being a gut punch. It is a gut punch. Like, Ursula, you've never been through a divorce, but I have. I knew I was getting ready to go through a divorce, but when you get served them papers, it's a little different. You know what I mean? And so it becomes official in that time. So it kind of feels a little bit that way. We knew that eventually this team would sell, but when you see the Seahawks tweet it out and you see the official letter, it feels like being served divorce papers at that time. Like, ow, that hurt.
But if you think about it, and let's take the emotion out of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was already written in his will. It was already his wishes, and the money go to charity.
Yeah.
And do you blame them for selling it right after they win the Super Bowl?
No.
Right. I mean, you're going to strike when the iron is hot.
It's no different than getting your new kitchen cabinets, getting your kitchen redone, your back patio done, and you be like, you know what? This house is ready for inspection. It's ready for sale. It's the best time to sell is right now.
Yes.
And look, and kudos to Jody Allen. Jody Allen, during that time, since Paul Allen's passed away, I think, when did he pass away? Like 8 years ago in 2018, I believe it was. To win a Super Bowl and to sell at the highest point. This team.
I mean, it couldn't have been handled better.
It could have been handled better.
No.
So I love what's happening.
Okay, so one of the things that Luke Ducey mentioned in this last hour is that it could be a group of owners. Because even though we have a lot of filthy rich people in this region, it's not a guarantee that you're going to find one person who can buy the team. Because what's the price tag now?
I would say the price tag is going to be $7+ billion. The Commanders went for $6 billion. This is going to go anywhere between $7 and $9 billion. I also don't think it's going to be necessarily a group. I don't know if you noticed or not, but over the last 5-6 years, have we not seen a lot of billionaires increase with their money? Mm-hmm. There's going to be an individual probably that will end up most likely buying his team. Now, they might give a little share here or share there, but the majority owner will be one person probably. And by the way, I seriously don't know who that is. Have no idea. But whoever it is,
cozying up to Jeff Bezos.
I'm preparing for it.
Wait.
So anytime
just tell him that you used your gift card just recently.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. As a matter of fact, hey Jeff, I used my Amazon gift card just the other day. Now,
okay. Well,
but if you, Ursula, if you were given a magic wand and you can pick one owner, how about that? Everybody text in. You could pick one owner of the Seattle Seahawks. Who would it be?
I know you thought I was joking, but
I believe
the
you.
way I love how Mackenzie Scott has been about her philanthropy, it wouldn't fit into what she's where the money is going.
That's why I'm bringing it to you. I don't think you're wrong. I mean,
awesome. I love what she does. Mm-hmm. I love that it would go from one female owner to another female owner. We talked about how there's only a few female owners in the NFL, and I think that they could use some more female energy and smarts.
Whoa!
Yeah.
And smarts.
Yeah. Someone texted in, how about the Nordstrom family? They were great owners.
Yeah. Oh, 253 says Elon. Oh, yeah.
No. Yeah, that's not happening.
You.
Nope.
I've seen a lot of people are hoping for Steve Ballmer. That's a big name right now. He's the owner of the Clippers right now, too.
That is
Steve
true.
Ballmer coming back home. As you all know, he cut his teeth with Microsoft. Some folks just text in Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban. I was going to say Mark Cuban is, I think, seems to be like a great owner. But he's not from here.
Players love Mark Cuban, man.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
How about Costco in them?
The owner of Costco and from Kitsap just said that.
Yeah. How about Costco?
Huh.
There's plenty of money over there. Just look at their stock price right now. It's over $1,000.
I don't know with those chicken lawsuits.
You got a good point.
Stop those dang chicken lawsuits. What about
Elaine says,
everyone's saying Mackenzie Scott.
Elaine in Puyallup says Taylor Swift.
Oh, wait a minute. Kelsey's about to lose his job, right? He's about to. No, they don't. How about any other former players?
They got enough bread.
I was going to say, you're talking about some serious money.
We're talking about serious money.
Yeah.
Serious money.
Yeah.
Now,
I think it's going to be a group.
Now, in all fairness, years ago, a current president tried to he bought a UFL football team, so.
Yeah, I think someone else was saying, Steve Ballmer is a name that always comes up. And Chris Hansen, the guy who wanted to bring the Sonics
Bless
back.
his heart.
I know, right?
He did.
He would have been a great owner of a basketball team.
He worked so hard.
I think we're going to know about the new Seahawks owner way before we ever sniff at a basketball team here.
Oh, yeah. I think we'll know. I mean, according to that statement,
It sounds like it's gonna be pretty soon.
through the 2026 season.
Yeah.
2026 off-season.
Off-season.
Sorry.
Right. So by next fall,
Yeah.
we could have a new ownership.
Yeah. A lot of Mackenzie Scott coming in.
Because she's doing it right
You
with
think
the philanthropy.
Mackenzie knows she's that loved?
Oh, yeah. I don't think she cares. That's not what she does.
Mm-hmm.
That's not her reason for being.
Right.
But man, she just does it naturally. I think she's like the perfect example of an awesome philanthropist.
I can go for every time you buy and purchase a ticket to the game, you get a $4.99 rotisserie chicken for free.
It comes with the ticket. Everyone's in the stand.
I think our days of $4.99 chicken are going to be numbered with the number of lawsuits.
All right, what else you got,
let's
Ursula?
talk about. Let's bring back the topic that we had in our last hour about having a plan B.
Okay.
Because your scenarios, you're talking about this woman was squirreling away money after she got a raise.
Right.
And even though they were splitting everything 50-50 because she was like, hey, in case this relationship goes south, I'm going to have this money and I'm not telling my partner about it.
Right.
Which I think is a little shady. But we brought up having a plan B.
Mm-hmm.
Sophia succinctly
Don't
said,
say we. Sophia
I
did.
said, yeah, exactly. So Sophia said that you have to have a plan B, which I agree. But there's actually this in the New Yorker.
Okay.
And do you know that when it comes to marriages and self-preservation, it is changing. The view on prenups is changing. Over 40% of married members in the millennial or Gen Z age ranges have signed a prenup. And basically, the Gen Zers are saying a lack of faith in the institution, ease of access to prenups, debt division, and an emphasis on freedom and mobility are some of the reasons why. I also think that a lot of younger people today have seen where it has failed miserably. And I will say, especially for so many women who were blindsided later on in life when they were attached to their husband or their partner's identity, stay-at-home moms. I mean, unfortunately, where all of a sudden they're trying to be thrown back into the workforce.
Yeah.
And you see how difficult that can be.
Yeah.
So I think it's smart.
I said some notes earlier. Shout out to the millennials, because so far the millennials have lived through a time where some of their jobs are being replaced by AI. Unaffordable housing, $1.7 trillion in student loan debt, one global pandemic, 4 recessions, and 7 stock market crashes, all before they hit the age of 45. Yeah. You might have a plan B as a millennial.
Well, I think it's a lot of the reason why, and tell me if I'm wrong, Sophia, it's a lot of reason why I hear from more and more young women who are like, yeah, I don't know that I care if I ever get married, and I don't know or care if I ever have children. It's like, it's me against the world, and I'm just going to make sure I'm prepared.
Ooh.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's everyone. I do think a lot of young women still do want to get married and have children, but I do think the mentality is a little different. Like, I don't need to necessarily rely on a partner to get by, and you do have to protect yourself if you find yourself in a situation where maybe your partner makes more money or maybe you aren't working. How can you protect yourself the most? And I think that's kind of like, maybe it's access to education, but maybe it's just everyone's been too burned by divorced parents in our childhood. Like, that could be an issue.
Well, I don't want to let Sophia off the hook, because Sophia started this. So Sophia, you're saying everybody, well, in your opinion, having a plan B is okay?
Yes, I think you should have a plan B in everything in life.
Really? Even in a relationship?
In a relationship especially.
But Sophia, don't you think that having a plan B makes you have a little more energy outside of your plan A? And don't you think that your plan A might not make it? Oh, wait, Ursula, are you on the plan B?
If I were to do it again,
yeah,
I would say yes. But I am so thankful. I have the most solid of solid marriages.
When did you change up, Ursula? You suggested plan B now.
I think it's smart.
Okay.
I think it's smart. I got very lucky.
Sure.
And I will say Mark's very lucky, too. I mean, both of us have always worked and contributed to our marriage.
Are you trying to say y'all don't exist no more?
Pardon me?
You and long-lived Marks of the world don't exist anymore out here in the world?
I think that it would be smarter because I've seen too many relationships where it has gone terribly south.
I think it's luck. Like
Yes.
Ursula's relationship worked out great, but and you can still take that risk, but it's like rolling a dice. Like,
Yes.
am I going to protect myself?
Yes.
Am I going to end up in a situation where I wish I would have kept more cards to my chest?
And I don't have a daughter. But if I had a daughter, I would absolutely say protect yourself and have a plan B and don't rely on your partner's career, et cetera, et cetera. You need to be able to be independent.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, as the mother of two sons, I'm also saying the same thing.
Okay. Wow.
And two unequal sides, I feel like it can be a snowball in a relationship because from what I've seen and personal experience through other relationships, the number one culprit for things going awry is money.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you have a lucky hand of someone not being too needy versus someone not being too greedy, it can work out. Like with Ursula and Mark, it's very compatible with the two of them. But when I'm thinking of a prenup, I feel like it's a little dated in today's days because I feel like everyone is very much more equal in terms of like getting a job and making their own money. I feel like the whole creation of a prenup was where it was the idea of one goes out to work and the other's going to stay at home. I feel like those days are kind of behind us.
But I think the prenup has more value now
Yes.
that both couples, if in a couple, both people are working and have your own individual assets. It wouldn't have been beneficial to someone to get a prenup if you aren't working. But if you come into a relationship with your own assets and your own, job.
Well, and in fact, one of our texters, and I can't find her right now, but she said in our case, it worked out because it was a second marriage and they had adult children in each of the relationships. And they came in with significant assets into the relationship. And it's like, this is a way to protect so that your kids from the first marriage and the other kids from the first marriage, get to keep the assets. I see your face behind those glasses. Do you think a prenup is a good idea?
Staying out of it. I'm staying out of it.
That's not fair. We're laying everything out.
Breaking news for the first time ever. G is Switzerland.
Well, Barry.
Why are you staying out of it?
Barry in the 253 says a plan B sounds like 1 foot out the door.
And that is what has stopped a lot of people from doing it. And this is where my mindset has changed. No, you're just being practical.
I'll say if there's debt involved in this prenup, that's probably a bad idea. But if they're both doing well, it's up to you. But I don't think there's a point if each side is doing all right.
Yeah, no one said a prenup was romantic, but
it never is.
And it's not saying that
that's
I don't
always
have
a buzzkill at weddings.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a buzzkill. Nick, that was hilarious. And Gee, I can tell your wheels are spinning right now, and I'm just wanting to know what's going on in your head at the moment.
I'll tell you what's going through my head. I think that where I am in life, right, I think it's different than how I would advise Sophia and Nick, my daughter, my kid. You know what I mean?
You would tell them.
I would tell
protect
them
yourself.
to protect themselves.
Yep. Which we didn't do ourselves.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's where my wheels were turning.
Yeah.
I was trying to, I look at Sophia and I'm like, yes. Hey, Sophia, have you a plan B, girl? All right. More to Gee and Ursula Show next.
Right now, save $16 on a pair of Rain-X Rugged XL wiper blades, plus get 2 times O rewards points only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Bring your visions to life with smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. From fast, free shipping to in-depth buying insights and automated purchase approvals, we deliver everything you need to achieve your goals. Go to AmazonBusiness.com for support. This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS, Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS, Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS, Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Free consultations, no fee guarantees, 5-star reviews. J.P. Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains the importance of going beyond these familiar offerings.
Accident victims want an attorney, Tom, that satisfies their needs. Someone who handles those needs with the highest degree of care. Pendergast Law offers the no-fee guarantees and free consultations, but these only scratch the surface.
Okay, explain more.
We make sure that every member of our team is genuinely passionate about helping others. Customer service and communication are our top priority. It's how we take care of our clients so they always feel one step ahead of the insurance companies. Our strong reputation for high standards provides comfort and confidence when it's needed most.
Pendergast Law offers the free consultations, the no-fee guarantees, and of course, they are 5-star rated. But what really makes them different is their genuine passion for helping others. I can't recommend them enough.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
That's PendergastLaw.com.
Remember that time we were driving through France and for some reason we didn't have GPS?
Oh, for some reason? That reason would be that you didn't plug your phone in because you didn't have a charger.
Yeah, because I let you borrow my phone so you could call your mother and you're on the phone for like 30 minutes telling her where we are. But that aside, we didn't know where we were going. We did fight a little bit because we didn't know where we were going. I think that Longevity Medical Clinic is like the GPS for us. They tell us which turns to make. They tell us which directions to go, right?
They do. And now I feel like the two of us together have a clear path and we have more control over our own health care.
Right, exactly. So you don't have to get out of the car and try to find information somewhere. It's all right there. As you're aging, all the little sort of turns you have to make in order to be able to have lots of energy and to enjoy your life. So for as far as I'm concerned, Longevity Medical Clinic is our GPS. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the roads you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included in every tire we sell. It's more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's all about you getting more from less. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777, 800-230-2777, or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-230-2777.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-290-7100. That's 800-290-7100.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lindsay. Your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks are now up for sale. Paul Allen Estate made it official today. This fan seems okay with it.
The money's going to go to a good place.
So him selling the team is only profitable for the world. And then the team's still going to be the team.
John Scholes, CEO of the Downtown Seattle Association, spoke with Gee and Ursula just moments after the news broke.
This team has had great local ownership for so long, and I certainly hope and wish for that in the next ownership group.
Michael Bumpus on 710 Seattle Sports says, we all knew this was coming.
As long as John is still there, as long as McDonald is still there, the football people doing football things, just let's sell it to someone who's invested in this city, who's invested in this team, and keep the party rolling.
Allen purchased the Seahawks in 1997. A sale's been expected since he died in 2018. He'd made a directive for his trust to sell both the Seahawks and the NBA's Portland Trail Blazers, with proceeds to be donated to philanthropic efforts. We've been on snow watch this week. Granite Falls got enough overnight to close schools, but that was about it. Scott Sistek is with the Emerald City Weather Blog.
It's not the winter storm we were hoping for. It's pretty much what this winter is going to give us. And looking forward from here, it's starting to feel like it was our last shot, too.
A bald eagle recovering after being hit by a semi-truck along I-5 in Tumwater. The Olympian reports the bird was hit Sunday near Trosper Road. The State Patrol, State Fish and Wildlife, transportation crews, and nearby residents all helped out with the rescue effort. They took the eagle to Rain Dancer Wild Bird Rescue in Olympia. And the good news is the bird is eating and has no obvious injuries. Wall Street today, the Dow up 124 points, the Nasdaq's up 177, and the S&P is up 35. KIRO Newsradio traffic. This report brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino. Northbound 5 express lanes just north of Pike Street. Disabled vehicle partially blocking the right lane. Otherwise, pretty easy drive. Most freeways are up to their normal speeds, maybe a few minutes of a delay here and there, but it's pretty light out there given that it's midwinter break. Get ready for a night of hard-hitting MMA excitement with WFC 190, April 25th at Emerald Queen Casino. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. KIRO News Radio weather. Showers this afternoon, high of 43 degrees. Tomorrow, mix of sun and clouds, slight chance of a rain-snow mix with a high of 42. Mostly cloudy on Friday. Again, that rain-snow mix is possible, up to about 44 on Friday, 48 degrees on Saturday, with just some plain old rain showers in the forecast. Right now, it's 39 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. This show has been flying by for real, and we got a lot of questions. Yeah, time out.
Time out.
You don't like Ursula saying the for real?
Time out. Nick, bruh. I can retire now. Ursula came into a segment and said, for real. Whoa!
You're rubbing off on me, G.
Wow.
What can I say?
Throwing a few keep it a bucks and we're set.
I mean,
she has been saying keep it a buck. I heard Ursula say keep it a buck.
Yes.
You opened a segment
yes,
with that.
I did.
You went for real. Oh, I feel so
What happens
loved.
when you practically live with somebody for 6 years? What do you think's going to happen?
That's no cat for Ursula right now.
Okay, what's up?
Well, before we even get to agree to disagree, because people are peppering us with questions on our text line, our Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line, and they're asking, okay, if we aren't at risk to have the team move away, are we at risk for a possible name change?
Absolutely not.
No way. I mean, there's so much money invested in the Seattle Seahawks after they win a Super Bowl.
And the marketing alone with the name and the logo and the merchandise.
You know what I wish would have happened?
What's that?
I just wish it would have just happened. Meaning, like, it's kind of like when your mama get divorced from your dad, and then the whole proceedings as a kid, you got to go through the divorce, and it sucks.
Yes.
I've been through it. I just want to get to the part where she gets a new husband.
Uh-huh.
I want the Seahawks to be in that situation. I don't want to, they're up for sale and it's going to be, and then are they going to move? Just let us know when it's sold. Here's a new owner. Bam. That's it.
I don't think people would like that either.
Well, would you rather? You want to go? You want to go through all the emotions for this?
I think they're basically required to go through the motions, right? But you'd also feel like you're blindsided. And wait a minute, how come I didn't get a chance to weigh in and complain?
Yeah, but Ursula, when you was younger, you didn't like to watch your parents argue, did you?
Oh God,
it was the worst.
And they argued a lot. Okay.
Well,
speaking of arguing,
baby boomers argue different than today's parents.
Let's do Agree to Disagree, brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
You got to take off the glove. Just really go at it.
Anyway, on the topic of relationships, because we were talking about prenups and we were, going through the motions, I did want to talk about the breakup. I want to talk about the catharsis of a breakup, because it seems that back in the old days, y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong, it was simple. You'd cry, maybe watch Dirty Dancing, burn every single photo you had of that person, and be done. You never really had to see them, never had to hear about them. But now, you can't really get rid of an ex ever. I mean, at all times, you can always keep track of where someone is. You can't really burn their photos and be done with it. And it was very interesting because in the New York Times over Valentine's Day weekend, I guess there was an X-Files party hosted in New York of people physically burning photos of exes and burning items of their exes to kind of get that catharsis. Yes. And maybe this is part of the reason why my generation is so unattached, even with this unattached to the severity of a prenup, because are we missing the catharsis? Can you ever really let go of a relationship in the same way that you used to today?
Interesting. Okay, it's been a while since I've had a breakup, but I do remember the pain of a breakup. I mean, sadly, okay, is it harder today? I don't think people today process it like we did. It almost feels like it's so much easier to, discard one relationship, move on to the next. I don't know why that is. Mm-hmm. And maybe because there is so much access. I don't know.
You're not stuck wondering. I can be like, I miss him. I wonder where he's at. Just look him up on Instagram.
That's the game changer. That's why it's different, Ursula, because today there's so much social media. You can burn everything that you want, but everybody deep down, they won't admit it. Mm-hmm. They'll be checking Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. How they doing? What are they up to? What's their status?
Wonder how his job's doing.
Are they doing better than me?
I know. Scrolling through his LinkedIn page. Oh, he got a new job. Oh, okay. I wonder what happened.
Oh, man. This is just bringing me back.
I just want to take this opportunity to ask a question.
Uh-huh.
Since Sophia, in Agree to Disagree, brought up, the differences between yesteryear when you just burned the pictures and today is so hard because you're connected with technology and Instagram and Facebook.
But can't you do blocking?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought the blocking. Let me tell you why I don't want to block. You want to know why?
Why?
You see, are you in a situation where your ex split from you and they're now doing much better? Because, Ursula, I don't want to block just in case my ex is going to check on me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God. That is so...
So you're saying you're the bait. All right.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. Look here.
I
ain't want to gossip.
So you want someone to be thinking, see what you're missing?
Well, that's a huge part of it.
I'm not going to block. Again, let me just say this. I don't know what it's like. I personally don't know what it's like to go and look up an ex and be like, wow.
Because we found out you think you're the next best thing since sliced bread.
I missed out. Man.
Okay.
That was rough. They leveled up after me.
You were so hilarious.
No, but Gee's being real. You can't tell me you haven't. I mean, maybe not you, Ursula, because you've been married, but...
Well, no. I'm going to share something.
The fantasy of
I'll share something.
Okay.
I'll share something that I've never shared, and you're all going to hear it for the first time.
Ursula exclusive.
Yeah, it's an exclusive.
Here we go.
Okay, so y'all know that I've been married a long time, and we've had a very strong relationship.
Yeah.
Before Mark, I was in a different relationship for 3 years, and before that guy, I was in another relationship for 3 years. I mean, those were I went from one 3 year to another 3 year to the man I married. Okay. And remember, my dad did not let me date when I was younger. So it was the moment I was allowed to date, suddenly I was in longer term relationships.
Yeah.
Do you know that when my son was going to school in Boulder, and I told Mark this, I went because I knew that my first boyfriend was living in Boulder. I went and drove by his house.
Didn't tell him you just drove by his house just to see where it was?
I've not been in contact with this person for like 30 years. But I was curious. And I was like, you know what? It just confirmed that I married the right guy.
Oh.
My mom, when I broke up with that guy, I mean, he was going to UC Berkeley at the time, and I broke up.
Yeah.
My mom was convinced. She kept trying, like, she was more distraught than I was.
Yeah.
You're shocked that I just shared that.
I am shocked. You know, what a great topic that you brought up. and I think that you're right. I think that there is some type of connection right there. And I think that, man, it would be, I mean, Ursula, just imagine if you did have that ex that moved on and they become the president of the United States and you're just like, oh yeah, but I love my new boo now.
I found out that that first boyfriend, I mean, he went on to get several patents for things. He runs marathons. The thing that was funny is I didn't lament the end of our relationship. I just wanted to know he was doing well.
Oh, he got several patents?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Gee's like, now I would hate to be my exes looking at me.
Well, it goes to show, though.
Yeah.
Everyone does it.
They won't admit it, but yes, they do.
I don't. Coming up next, text message, feedback, and then Ursula's words to live by.
I know the paint's barely dry on the new Super Bowl champ Seahawks gear, but can you believe Mariners pitchers and catchers have already reported and spring training is underway?
Holy catfish, that was fast.
They know they have a chance to win the whole thing.
Look who we have in studio.
Baseball royalty.
Rick Riz.
Congratulations to Seahawks. Now it's our time to go win a World Series.
Follow how the 2026 Mariners come together at mynorthwest.com.
Look around at the traffic around you for a second. Do you see all those Carter Subaru license plate frames? You know, that doesn't happen by accident. Carter Subaru is in a league of its own. We are repeat customers. I drive an Outback, and my husband drives a Forester, and it's because Carter Subaru does something so rare in car buying. They treat their customers like family. You don't feel pressure. They don't deal with any kind of nonsense. You are working with a team that wants you to leave happy, and they want you to come back again and again. They are also Seattle's only Subaru dealership with more than 700 vehicles in stock. That is the largest selection in our state. And right now you can get the 2026 Subaru Forester starting at 0.9% financing. Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard, or anytime at cartersubaru.com.
On approved credit, subject to vehicle insurance and availability. A documentary service fee may be added to the sale price or capitalized cost. See dealer for details. Valid through 3/2/26.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. I'm so excited to have my cousin Amelia with me today. So, how many chickens do you think there are on the farm?
3,000?
What do you think chickens eat?
Grass.
What else?
Seed.
So, do you know what organic eggs are?
The ones that you put in brownies?
Yes, the ones you put in brownies.
We hope you choose fresh eggs from our family farm.
Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh
since 1909.
For almost 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me, John Curley here. If comfort and energy savings matter to you, now is the time. Save up to $2,000 on a new Lennox heating and cooling system. Home Comfort Alliance will replace your system with one tailored to your home's layout and energy optimization. Visit homecomfortalliance.com to save up to $2,000 on a Lennox and schedule a free consultation. For heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical, call the Comfort People. Home Comfort Alliance.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for honest pricing, expert service, and guaranteed repairs. This dedication has earned them a Carfax Preferred designation. At Bucky's, every customer gets detailed Carfax updates, timely service reminders, and a full service history, all at your fingertips. With 16 family-owned locations, no appointment needed, and easy financing, Bucky's makes auto care simple. Visit Bucky's.com today and drive with confidence. Bucky's.com.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
a smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
They sang with him. They played with him. Now they pay tribute to him. Martha Hyde's Funky Divas and Fred Wesley's new JB Horns, a James Brown tribute by those who made the music at Jazz Alley, February 19th through 22nd, jazzalley.com.
Experience the iconic Mexican music group Bronco at Muckleshoot Casino Resort, Saturday, February 28th at 8 p.m. They've sold more than 20 million albums and performed for audiences all over the world. Now Bronco is bringing their modern take on regional Mexican sound live to Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Tickets are on sale now at muckleshootcasino.com.
It's the Gee and Ursula Show. Got to tell you, during the break, man, we just sitting here hanging out, thinking about eating a ham sandwich. Ursula, you got the text messages up. What we got for today?
I do. Okay, let's start with the fun stuff.
It sounds better when you just do the text messages.
No, it doesn't. No, it really doesn't.
That sounds like
He's just trying to get him reading over there.
A little manipulative.
Hey, it's almost like the dishes. Like, hey, Lillian, the dishes are so much better. Everything's so much better with
you. You just look so good doing them. But just go right ahead.
All right.
Okay, on boneless chicken.
Yeah.
Because remember, on You Be the Judge, back at 9:47, we're talking about boneless wings.
Okay.
Ryan in Auburn says, boneless wings are the biggest gimmick. Nothing more than a chicken McNugget with sauce.
That's all it is.
206 says boneless wings are not breast meat, it's thighs. Wings are white meat, but thighs are dark meat. The judge should have thrown the book at Buffalo Wild Wings. And then there's Ernie and Kent. And you guessed, because you were making some assumptions about who filed this lawsuit. But Ernie says, don't come to my house with some boneless chicken. We do judge in our congregation. Okay, on preparing for the worst in relationships, can I just say that topic, Sophia, and bringing it back, are text line, it's going to take me days to go through everyone's messages.
I know.
You know, I try to do that at the end of the show and try to respond to some folks just to know that we see you.
You know what, Ursula? You do the best job at getting back to everybody with the text.
And reading them out loud, right? By myself.
Yes.
Okay, Joni in the 253 says, cash stashing is smart. I was married and stashing just in case, and the just in case did happen.
By the way, I really believe that there is an energy into the just in case that can be given, and that way the just in case ends up happening.
Yeah, but
see, I think that's what stops a lot of people from doing it, and that's the cop-out excuse for not doing it.
Yeah, like
because I used to use the same thing.
I'm not manifesting separation.
No.
I can understand the energy, but then if you put the energy in it being well, and then that person turns out to be terrible,
yes,
where'd that energy go? What was all my energy for?
You can look at it as, hey, it's there, but I hope we never have to use it. That would be awesome. Okay, 425 says, prenups are not just for divorce. My husband and I got married after both being widowed, and we're in our 60s now. We accumulated a fair amount of assets each on our own. We both have adult kids. Our prenup was created so that when one of us dies, the assets that we brought into our marriage go back to our individual heirs. That makes sense.
Okay.
Josh in Auburn says, I think it's also having grown up in a divorced household with my mom being a single parent raising me and my brother alone. That's something that I would never, ever want my son to go through. I lived it already. I don't need him to live it as well. Wow. When it comes to tracking your exes, and in case you missed it, you can listen on our podcast where I shared something, but it's not news to Mark because he already knows. Justin in Tacoma says, that's your choice to keep track and not process the divorce or breakup. You have to actively choose to not check in on them. And then there's Nikki in the 253 who says, seriously, I don't care about any of my exes or what they're doing. Don't even want to know. Deliberately push those memories in the far back crevices of my brain.
I'm literally with Nikki.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
About like when Facebook first came on the scene.
Yeah.
Did you have anyone look you up or reach out because they had for the first time ever?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and that still happens.
Yeah. Flex, Ursula. Where's the live by? What do you got, Ursula?
That happens to you, too.
Yeah, where's the live
Give
by?
me a break.
What do you got?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
To be one's self and unafraid, whether right or wrong, is more admirable than the easy cowardice of surrender to conformity.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Be yourself.
Gotta be yourself.
Got to. Nick, what you got, man?
Well, while we still have chicken on our minds within this ring, there's some new beef that's been brought up on what really is a wing. Is it still the same without the bones that some think wings deserve? Or are we being petty with the tenders that were served?
Add to the bone.
And all I care about that has a spine and bones with flair is the future ownership of our Hawks franchise in the air. Whoever's next better not have their own plan B with a foot out the door in this relationship. Ain't gonna be no divorce at Lumen in the city checking the ex's status, all right? Make that clear.
Love that. Hey, Sophia, like my girl Nikki just texted, you didn't have a MySpace account, did you?
No, MySpace shut down in like 2006, my guy.
That's early 2000s, man.
How old were you in 2006?
Stop it.
Same time as last time. This time I was like 4, though. I was 4.
She's got a birthday coming up.
That's right. Thanks, Ursula.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff. Hey, appreciate you, Sophia. Thank you so much. Nick, you was on fire today, man.
Ooh, you too, man.
All right. Hey, the Jake and Spike show, they're coming in next. Make sure you stick around. Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you had as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone. Bad. Bad to the bone.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777, 800-230-2777, or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-230-2777.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain, or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
$83, or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope. Included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
$83, or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
Draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
83, or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
83, or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
File your taxes for free with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. File on your own in the Credit Karma app by February 28th. Valid for those who didn't file with TurboTax last year.
Jen, I didn't know you shopped here. Hey, I'm hunting for something fresh for spring. Oh, girl, skip them all. Jewelry Television has the best spring looks right now. JTV, way ahead of you. Just hit up JTV.com yesterday. Scored the cutest clover earrings, 2 tennis bracelets, and this gorgeous pearl ring.
Right now, new customers get $20 off any purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com.
Oh, and gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet. Just a couple things, huh? Maybe more than a couple.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-959-3388. That's 800-959-3388.
KIRO FM and